Thursday night. Boy was high, girl fly like kite. They hold hands until next day. Boy then let's go hit his way. Boy rolls blunt rack to his boys. Erection brings bad boy joys. Boy thinks of that big fat back. Big black fat, love big black fat. Girl calls boy to stand him up on Saturday. Saturday, it's a Saturday, it's a Saturday, it's a Saturday. Saturday, it's a Saturday. Saturday, it's a Saturday.
Back once more with the wall up in the score. Smash about a riff shit and make it rock your hip. Revival of the roller boogie in a ricochet to make you think about the time we spoke fun instead of fight. But diving from a piece of metal should have done life. Slip your butt to the fix of this mix. Toss that briefcase, it's time to let loose. Cause you work like heck to get the weekend check. So unfasten that sleeper on your neck. Connected like a vibe from the wheel to the foot. Come on everybody, do the funky output.
5 days you work, 1 whole day to play. Come on everybody, wear your roller skates today. It's Saturday, 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 it's Saturday, Saturday, it's Saturday, Saturday, it's Saturday, yeah.
Now as you pump your fists, I reminisce to a bounce rock skate roll fest to impress. Hey pretty diamond, do you like the way I'm dressed? Cool, keep the faith and be my mate, cause all we need is feet. But promote the hustle cause it keeps me thin. No need to talk, look who just walked in.
Is there a gun on stage?
Yes, man.
So kick the wham on this jam.
Oh, Mr. Sprinkler, Mr. Sprinkler. Wet me for one, Mr. Sprinkler. I'm heating high five and a day's no split. With the yawn, I trip to the dawn. Out comes the bodies following the one idea. It's clear, rattle to the roll. Hold back up the track, grab your roller skates, y'all. And let's zip on by. Zippity doo, now let's zip on by. Feed on the weed and we're feeling high. Sun is on thick and the cheese is rolling thick. Come on, it's no time to hide. Season is twist, spinning and winning. No hack and sack, let me in. Spill on the bottom away, but it's okay. It's a Saturday. Now let's all get baked like Anita.
Watch Mr. Lawn, don't look at the Peter.
Feel on the farm, I'll feel on the.
Hey, watch that.
It's a Saturday.
Now is the time to act the fool tonight. Forget about your worries.
Hello, I hope
It's
everyone.
Saturday, Saturday.
I know it's not Saturday. I just love that song. Welcome to my so-called life. My name is William. I hope everybody is having a beautiful Wednesday. I have all kinds of crazy plans today. To anyone who watches this in the future, I absolutely thank you. That's one of the reasons that I stick with my opening is because people watch this in the replay. So I sincerely thank anyone who watches this in the replay, and welcome to my so-called life. Tonight, I had all kinds of crazy plans. We'll see where it goes, but I have all kinds of things out. I've been cleaning, so I have unearthed some projects from yesteryear. But before we get to any of the excitement, this program is for entertainment purposes only, and its content is not intended to malign any religion, lack thereof, race, gender, company, individual, or wigs. All opinions expressed by my so-called life and program participants are solely their personal views and do not reflect the opinions of every single human being on planet Earth. I hope everybody's having a great day. If you're having a bad one, we have exits on both sides. That's a izquierda and derecha. Wednesday, today has been one of those days where I'm like, I should have stayed in bed. But here we are. I haven't decided what I'm gonna make yet. I'm here to malign the Welsh, and I hope they take it personally. I've been there, and they definitely would have. How's it going, Greg? How's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you. Let me remove this. Hey, Greg, if you ever want to join, you can come in and join the mayhem. I'm just sewing and, going through my daily observations of life. And anyone, if you want to join, let me know. Nothing too exciting as I'm cleaning here. I have all kinds of crazy plans this evening, but like I always say, I'm made I made fake leather pants last night. I have no idea what I was thinking. And I'm not even saying that to be funny. I'm not even being like, oh, and it wasn't a mistake. They came out extremely strange. I made a few mistakes in the front, but well, they're not they're fake snake skin is what they are. I'm saving my limited bandwidth for the open table on politics tomorrow. Same, I'll be there. Same, I'll be there. I'll be there. Oh, but I will keep the offer in mind. Hey, Ty, how's it going? How's it going? You are just in time. You are just in time for my fake snakeskin pants. I was filming myself in front of my house, and I'm not kidding you. It's always that moment when you are really feeling it. I was doing the cocky walk. I made mistakes. I still didn't care. And I made a heavy step, and there was a, and it was me. So these pants weren't made for karate kicks. I learned that lesson. He's about. It's still early. It's still early, you know. I gotta wait a minute for the censors. I'm kidding. It's not that kind of party. Even though it is not that kind of party. But that's what happens with sewing, you know. I get over enthusiastic, and I only had a limited amount. I found this in my scraps. I found this material. I was like, oh, I forgot I had this. And it was cut odd. And I'm trying to remember what I made with this. I'm still trying to remember what I made, but I'm going to put those on in a minute. You know, I keep on talking about making red sequin hammer pants, and I don't know why I haven't yet. I have no idea. A lot of it is procrastination. A lot of it is I get busy, you know. I wish I could sit here all day and wolf on the internet. But life gets in the way, you know. Oh, that's funny. Is that? Oh, technology is funny. You know, my phones are done with me because it's too hot. My phones are like, we are going on strike. So when I was driving home, I'm trying to figure out which candidate will cause the most chaos to support tomorrow. Where I'm from, it depends on what crowd you're standing. I live in an extremely polarized place where you can kind of get a gauge on America. If you know what, I do not drink anymore, but I have the same rules as this bar that I used to go to. You would walk in and there was this giant sign that said no religion or politics. Because more than bikers, more than gangs, more than anything else, people were getting in fights over religion and politics. So if you just pick one, it'll start a fight. So I've been cleaning and I forgot I had cameras. I'm not even trying to be funny when I say this. I like legitimately inherited a real life production studio. And sometimes I forget about all the stuff that I have. And I've been cleaning, going through, and it's funny how certain things are considered antiquated now, certain technology. And I'll show you this. This is one of my many Nikon cameras. I haven't turned this thing on in a couple years, and it's mad at me. Oh, I took a picture. The shutters are literally trying to build the speed back up, but I forgot I had these. So I'll be getting into that later. I have quite a few, but I found my reach out and touch someone lens. This is truly I'm not minding my own business lens. If you walked around with this, you have full intentions of that you have full intentions of not minding your own business. These are all third and fourth generation Nikons, and the one behind me is a D5 built into a D3 body. But I forgot I had all of this. I love this. A long time ago, I had all kinds of aspirations of being a stringer, of doing all kinds of things. But I don't have the heart to follow people around. I have a question. Could you be a paparazzi? I love taking pictures. So all digital, yeah. Everything is. And well, I have quite a few. I recently purchased a brand new Canon camera, and it has 10 times more technology than even this reach out and touch someone. But the pictures that I take on this are perfect. So I will never never let them go. But I had aspirations on doing all these things, and in the end, like, I didn't have the heart to be a paparazzi. Could you do it? Could you follow people around? I don't have the patience to follow someone around like that. Excuse me. The weather is terrible here. But I also have another Nikon, but that thing's mad at me. There's some of them just you go through phases, and I haven't turned them on in years because the technology changed, and I bought a better camera, and then I bought a better camera after that, and so on and so forth. But in a weird way, I kind of refuse to let all this technology go. I couldn't be thank you, Ty. See, Ty and I could hang out. I could not be a paparazzi. And I'm bringing all of this up because if you're watching, I know someone who works for TMZ, and I told them the only way that I will work from TMZ if I can stand next to Harvey. I want to be the guy in the room. I refuse to be a paparazzi. I don't care about famous people at all. I would end up with pictures of crazy ass homeless people who are far more interesting. Especially in Hollywood, you get people who are actual like musicians who know how to play. Recently, I was in Hollywood, and somebody was just ripping, and I'm like, dude, you had to have gone to like a musician's institute, and they're playing for spare change on the street of Hollywood. They were better than everybody else, But it's just weird to me. I couldn't do it. I couldn't be a paparazzi. And one of the reasons why they keep on offering me the job is because I live within driving distance of Hollywood. So I could get in my car and schlep down there. But as someone who lived down there, I truly believe in minding my own business. I'm old school in that sense where I don't know. I just couldn't be up in people's business like that. It's weird. It is just weird to me. But I appreciate the offer. And I'm telling you, like, the worst job that I could ever have is where I could eat in my car. No way, man. That is just bad for my health. That is just the definition of bad for my health. I've switched from working literally in the field to being in the office, and it's changed my life. I've gained quite a few pounds because I'm not outside schlepping around, and it's really changed. So I don't know if I could go to having a job where I'm sitting in my car. I don't know. And let's be real. I'm so antiquated. I wouldn't even know half of the new famous people. I am not kidding. I don't even know half of these people. I'm one of those people. I hang out with my mom when the Grammys are on or something like that. As every year goes by, I'm sitting there with my mom and I'm looking at her like, do you know any of these people? And she's like, no. Especially last year, we sat there like Old people like, do you know any of these people? Famous people are boring. Like I said, I wouldn't know half of them. Oh, you know, I'll save Billy Ocean for later. I will save Billy Ocean for later. All right. Before I get ahead of myself, let me clean up a little bit. Do you know I'm always fresh from MMA class when I come back? That's one of the reasons I started the class so late. But the coach is a bohemian, so he kind of ends around 7 o'clock when he feels like it. Is that offensive to bohemians? Is that offensive? Am I being offensive when I say that? I've always wondered about that. Calling something bohemian even though it's not. So I went to Walmart in California. I don't know. People have seen it on the internet. It's no mystery. Everything is behind glass. Everything is behind glass. Where should I start? All right, I guess I'm gonna make the hammer pants. There are no bohemians anymore, so offend away. It's one of those weird things. I agree, Greg Brian. It's annoying when they act like they didn't know paparazzi was there. And that's another thing. Imagine that would be weird if someone called me and was like, hey, I'm gonna be here and here, take pictures of me. That's the strangest thing to me. I'm old school. I was raised by adults. I truly believe in minding your own business. I don't know if that's gonna come across polite or not, but I truly believe in minding your own business. But again, to the person who offered me the job, I'm flattered. I am flattered that they thought of me. The Kingdom of Bohemia ended like 300 years ago. Who's gonna get mad? Okay. I like facts like that. I like facts like that. I'll take. So I'm already kind of offended at my local Walmart because everything's behind jail. And it was funny because certain products were not. So Palmer's, anything in the African American aisle was not behind glass. So it was good with me because there's a certain kind of lotion that I use. And I went there today and Palmer's was behind the glass. I don't know why it bothered me so much that the lotion was behind the glass, but it just adds time because, everything's in jail at Walmart and they don't have people to get it for you. And when my son's in his class, I only have a certain amount of time and I'm not here to give people a hard time. So needless to say, I was offended that Palmer's was in jail. I was. I'm still not over it at all. And recently, this is was LA one of the cities that legalized shoplifting? People come up with crazy stuff like that about LA, and no. But if you want to hear one crazy lot that we have here, you can legally jaywalk in LA County now. You can legally jaywalk. Back in the day, that was like cross at your own risk. And now you can legally do it. And you're protected if you jaywalk. We have crazy laws here. Thank you. Thank you, Ty. Thank you. And in my head, I'm telling myself, like, don't say anything out loud. Don't say anything out loud. It's just lotion because there are 4 Walmarts in my town. So I can go to the extremely bougie one and most of the stuff isn't locked up. Chicago and San Francisco stopped prosecuting shoplifters. I think a lot of the time it was the store because they would constantly talk about this one Rite Aid in San Francisco and that store wouldn't press charges. So the cops stopped coming around that particular store because there was really nothing anybody could do because they weren't going to do anything. And so basically because of that, everything. And let's be real, I make friends with people at Walmart, people that work there, because I think it's weird when we dehumanize each other. I think it's weird. If you wear a name tag, I'm not going to be like a creep and be like, hi, Eric or something, but I'm going to give you respect, you know? So I make friends and I sew. So I know everybody in the fabric department, and no matter where you live, people are pilfering. So they chose to do it here. But again, I live in a place where there's a mass amount of people. Hold on. I haven't done this in a while. Let me This is your Alexa warning. Alexa, how many people live in Los Angeles County?
According to the 2020 U.S. Census, the population of Los Angeles County is 10 million people, which is a 2.6% increase over the 2010 U.S. Census.
Okay, so that's 10 million people. Let me get my table out. Yeah, I guess I'm going to make hammer pants. Why not? I got my stuff out. But that's 10 million people just in my county. And I could drive to Orange County within an hour and a half, 2 hours. So our population is out of control compared to where anybody else lives. I will challenge you. I'm going the wrong direction in my own house. Oh. Oh. I'm gonna move some stuff around so I can get my 6-foot table in here. Oh. Yeah, Alibaba. Hello, hello. How's it going? Great to see you. We have literally no laws here. I am using literally correct here. Thank goodness she did. Alibaba, great to see you. Along with New York City, apparently. Wow. Do not come here with the intentions of committing crimes. They will put you in jail where I live. New York has 15 million in the metro area. I wasn't aware of New York, but that tracks. Hey, skits. Whoops, rah, rah. I hit the button twice. Do you know, every time I hear that song now, I think of you. That song will forever be 2023. I listened to Rah Rah Rasputin so many times. My phone is still like, why aren't you clicking on a Boney M video? How's it going? Great to see you. I hope everything is well. And in a way, that's still my song, but I try to preserve certain songs because I will play it out. There's a reason why I only eat chocolate and vanilla ice cream. Because I worked at a Baskin Robbins and ate everything. So I played out that song. I've had Say It Ain't So stuck in my head for 3 days now. You're a dick for that. Dear Father, there's no, what is it? This bottle of Stevens awakens ancient feelings. That's an age test. That is like, how old are you? Sing the Blue Album. I would never do that. I saw this really cringy video on I'm really into punk music. I'm really into Swedish death metal. I'm into everything. I could sing Conway Twitty. I still sing Guy. And if you know Guy, we're friends. Teddy Riley for life. I think it's weird when people challenge people on music. And I saw this really cringy video where this woman was doing it intentionally, but she walked up and this guy was like, he was a punk and he was like, name 10 bands. That's cringy. What's up, Dose? Do you know what's funny? I'm about to put on some really, really high pants, so your picture is welcome. Dose, can I just say, I love your picture of the week. We're going to have a segment of Dose's picture of the week. I remember 1972 and three very well. Oh, and three very well. I have noticed today. Absolutely. Okay, funny story about Conway Twitty. My mom used to play every Sunday when she cleaned the house. Oh, that was my dad in the song like desperados waiting for a train. Do you know what's so funny? My pops was into Wilson Pickett. He was into all kinds of crazy stuff. I'll listen to all of that. But that one song with Johnny Cash and Willie Nelson just reminds me of long car rides. And he would play it over and over. Oh, anyone who grew up with a country parent knows my pain. Hello, I must say myself. I listened to it as an adult, and that dude was super horny. How's it going, Dose? Great to see you. I'm not saying my mom would have fucked Conway Twitty. I'm saying my mom definitely. You know what? My mom constantly listened to Earth, Wind, and Fire, and I know she was in love. And the Rolling Stones. I know she was in love. Ed Grimley is in there. Oh, welcome. All right. Since we're all here, I might as well start sewing. Greg Twitty got a ring. It does. Oh, that's like, I can say this because they don't work at my job anymore, but I gave somebody the nickname of Teddy Suskin, and I almost got in trouble for it because it caught on. Be careful when you name people. Be careful. Worst part of the Sunday cleaning albums was Cher. I still know all the words to gypsies and tramps and thieves. Greg, you're in a safe space. Hold on, let me close this. You're in a safe space. If you know all the Cher songs, it's okay. I like Cher. Hey, you're in a safe space, Greg. It's okay. Oh. All right, I'm cleaning to get my table in here. Oh. Especially 90s Cher. My mom met Chris Christopherson long ago. She didn't know who he was. And he had about 6 months of #1 tracks on the radio at the time he wrote them. Do you know, I know I've told the story a million times, but I still think it's funny. The Queen of England told a story about how she was on a hike in Scotland, and these tourists walked up to her, and they were American, of course, and they were like, "Hey, can you take our picture?" And she's like, "Yeah, but can I get in on it?" And they were like, "Yeah." They didn't know who she was. I'm sure when they got home, they figured out who she was. She knew his brother as a photographer that came in the shop. That's awesome. I love stories like that. I talk about it all the time. I met a lot of famous people, and most of them were just real people. Not everybody's a Lenny Kravitz. I'm dissing cousins with Bobby Bear, who was a country singer with a #1 hit, but most importantly, he had a song called "Drop Kick Me Jesus Through the Goalpost of Life." Oh. That was a title. I'm gonna Google that later. You know I am going to Google that later. Oh. You know, I don't even know how to say this nicely. Everybody where I live is getting veneers. Peter Cottontail is walking around at Walmart. I went to Walmart today and everybody had perfect teeth. Everybody, my insurance covers it the same way at my job. Everybody's walking around with perfect teeth. As somebody who doesn't have perfect teeth, I'm like, wow. But I'm sorry, it's noticeable. I was being checked out at Walmart today and I was like, thank you. And I looked up and it was like, oh, veneers everywhere. And because I am damningly observant, I saw the person at the front had veneers. One of the people in the aisle had veneers. And I'm talking about people that work there because I need help. And then when I got to the checkout, there's somebody I know that has worked there forever. I love this person. They looked at me, they're like, hi, brand new mouth. Brand new mouth. Everybody has new teeth where I live. That's exactly what it would sound like. I need to hear that song. Thank you. I do too. It's super 70s country. I need that. One Canada Day. I spent time with Canadian legend stomping Tom Connors. He sat at my table, and even and every end of his set. Oh wow, I know how it goes. So I had beers ready. Oh, that's funny. I love meeting people like that. I was young, but I met this is a weird story. I met Tom Selleck at a horse show. He was the nicest dude on earth. And Tom Selleck is tall. I mean, like, you don't realize how tall Magnum PI is. Magnum PI is tall. That just sounds like LA. All right, let me clear out a little bit. Let me get my I'm trying to keep the lights low because it's hot. And I give the same speech every week, but it is unreal hot. And I always think I'm ready for the summer. I'm not. Oop, wrong camera. That's the one that cuts out. Oh. I forgot about that. The mustache has 2 inches everywhere. Do you know, every time I've ever grown, I don't like that look. I've tried to grow a mustache quite a few times. It is not the look. You know what's really funny? Nowadays at my kid's high school, all these kids have mustaches. I've offered my kid $100 to shave his mustache, and he refused. Do you know in my day, if you offered me $100, I would have shaved my mustache. All right, let me make some more room for the table. I'm gonna have to line these pants because sequins are semi see-through, and you never want to have that debate. If you're not trying to go to that kind of party, you never want to send off that signal. So a long time ago, someone asked me why I line everything. It's because it's not that kind of party. One dude with a mustache is the dude with a mustache. 2 is buddy cops. More than that, it's a gay porn set. For where I live, if you have 4 or 5 men that have shaved heads, they're either prison guards or fill in the blank. Same stereotype, basically. You would have to kill me first. I haven't seen my top lip in decades. All right, Dose. All right. How much money would it take? My kid is 14 and he's going he looks like Jesus right now and it's driving me crazy. Oh, it's driving me crazy. All right. Hopefully, I made enough room for the 6-foot table. I'm gonna have to get rid of my chair. Who needs a chair anyway? Like a glove. Like a glove. How many friends with mustaches do you have? You know what? I knew a lot of people like that. My pops refused to cut his 70s stash until the 2000s. I can say this because I don't like her and I come from a really old family. My brother's wife rocked a mullet from 1970 until people begged her to cut it in the 2000s. And when I say mullet, I mean she shaved the sides. She had the business in the front and the party in the back. Hardcore mullet. So people get stuck in their ways. I dress like Judas Priest. Who am I to judge anyone? I wear so much denim and black. It's not even funny. The best part about having full cop mustaches, you forget you have it. So you talk to people like it's totally normal to have a fuzzy caterpillar on your lip. I grew up in the era where that was still kind of being phased out. So I'm okay with it. But it's just weird to me the younger generation does it because everyone's walking around looking like lumberjacks and y'all can't even change a tire. Oh. You know, a long time ago, I bought these Carhartt jeans in Montana. Oh, my signal's getting crummy. I'll wait. StreamYards and you know what it is? It's Spectrum. It's just Spectrum. We all have it. It doesn't work. Let's move on. You're talking about dudes who pay other dudes to change their oil. Do you know what's funny? I didn't know that was a thing with people. I change my oil. All right, so my signal's back. I purchased these pants in Montana years and years ago, and it makes me laugh that a pair of jeans from Montana are better built than a pair of jeans from California. I know that sounds weird, and these are Carhartt, but you can't buy these in anywhere near my house. And these were built to last. These are definitely country pants, but I use them as the template for my hammer pants. All right. I gotta do it. I have to do it. I have to put the lights on. I know it's gonna get extremely hot in here, but I have to put the lights on. Alibaba, if you're still there, this white heavy-duty sewing machine has definitely held up. I'm actually surprised for something that I purchased from a thrift store that was under $20. It's become a workhorse. And of course, I cut myself off, so I have to crawl under. If there's a trash avalanche, avenge me. Oh. Oh. That's how you know the 6-foot table is in here when I'm crawling under this thing. That's peak YouTube. I'm gonna cut that. I'm making a commercial right now, and that's gonna be in my so-called life commercial. Me crawling under the table. Whites are good. I don't know why you didn't like them. It's because every single white sewing machine that I purchased came DOA for years. I have a white. It's because I'm obsessed with that stupid avocado green. I have a white from the 1950s, 1960s, 1970s. None of them have worked. See if that's better. Why do I feel closer today? I feel closer for some reason. He doesn't. I knew that was gonna trigger Greg. But Greg, they make black white. I have quite a few in this room. Yeah. I think. Oh, try a white 764. This is the first I've owned, and it's to the point where when I see them on the shelf, I'm like, nope, I'm not falling for that trap again. Nice try. Because for as many sewing machines as I purchased, there's quite a few I turned down because, I'm sitting in a room of sewing machines that need help. And I try not to add on to the problem, even though I am the problem. Oh, this is folded wrong. Oh, this is. Give me a second. I'm going to have to go get my help real quick. Come help me out real quick. Stand on that side, and we're gonna fold this out real quick. No, it's not velour. It's these are sequins. I've had these. Quite honestly, I can't even remember if I got this from Modelo, man. It's been so long. It has been so long. I've had these for a very long time. There's good money in white grievance pimping. I'm trying to practice. All right, let's go on that side. Just grab the end of it and fold it. Back up. Got it. But fold it inside out. Inside? Like that. Perfect. All right, pull it. Just need this edge. Perfect. That's all I needed.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. Oh, man. Good grief. It's a mess is what this is. It's a mess. Yesterday I was cleaning out the closet and I was wearing my cape. When I got in the shower, I looked down and I'm like, are those sequins? Because I saw these big blue dots and I was like, oh, what's wrong with they were sequins? Oh, I forgot. All right. So now that I have that folded, I can shape my pants. Oh, my son is such a good kid. He is so used to helping me. He doesn't even question anymore. He is such a good kid. Oh. Perfect. All right, so let's see how humongous I can make these. Oh, that's beautiful. I have more than enough room to make these ridiculously large. Another reason why I'm making red sequin hammer pants is because first, I've been talking about it way too much, but I've been making hammer pants a lot lately, here and there, but I make the same thing over and over because it's what I love to do. But you know, I have other skills. And it's been a while since I've made crazy pants. And these are going to be insane. So now that we're like 46 minutes in, just had a guy walk in looking for a change. I gave him a Lipton tea and an application. I tried to give him a cup of noodles, but he didn't take them because no water. I know y'all would have ate them dry. Aggressively, dose. I don't know why you think I'm gonna eat some noodles dry on stream just for you with some salt. Are you gonna sell them or wear them yourself? Well, I actually make clothes for people. Like when I make stuff here, I usually make it to my specs. Hey, Von Rick, how's it going? Are you gonna show us some of your other skills? Well, it's a bit early. To go back to what you were saying, Ty, I make clothes for other people, and usually they just give me their specs, you know. But if you're looking for anything specific, let me know. Because I have the hookup for all this fabric. So that's another reason why people are like, because fabric is expensive. But I go to downtown Los Angeles, I go to the fashion district, and I speak the language, so I haggle. Hey, Vonner, great to see you. That is just a snack. Thank you. See, Alibaba and I would be eating those noodles dry. I don't know why that's so offensive to people. You way past my bedtime again? Great to see you, Von Rick. Absolutely great to see you. His other skills is code for his team. You know, you show leg one time and then you get a reputation. He wanted the change for a couple beers. I said this on Rashawn's stream yesterday. I did outreach for over 20 years, and I still kind of do it. I just don't do it as hardcore anymore, and that's sad but true. Fabric is super expensive. Thank you. Fabric is beyond expensive, Alibaba. It drives me insane. So that's why I try to go to the source. I find people, and I try not to be rude, but like I'll find a vendor and I ask them like, hey, where do you get your fabric? Because even the people that I absolutely love at the San Fernando Valley Swap Meet, they keep everything in a shipping container. But they obviously have purchased it from downtown or somewhere adjacent. In Europe, they sell dried noodles as a snack. only change I could give him was a change of direction. Eat the noodles dry so let the powder go to work. Right. Do you know what's really funny? It doesn't happen that much. But when I don't have my gray beard, people mistake me for a high school kid. And I always tell them, like, I always end up telling them, like, bro, I'll end up giving you a job before I fight you. And it throws people off because they're like, wait a minute, how old are you? I went to the source for Harrison and got 95 a yard discount. Is that Harrison Tweed? Yikes, from 140. Yikes. I have They Not Like Us stuck in my head because everybody's bumping that song. And it's summer, so everyone's windows are down. And it's funny how I hear that song everywhere. Sniffle, oh hey, the whole world smells like beef stew. Ugh. I don't know why that's weird. I'm sorry, maybe it's a West Coast thing, but like, I guarantee you could probably go to a restaurant where I live and order noodles dry because we have weird restaurants where they serve cups of noodles. It's those weird concept coffee shops. Wow. Wow. I wish I could get something like that discounted. So something happened today that I don't even know how to explain. It happened last week, and it makes me feel like a space alien. It makes me feel like maybe it's me. I say this all the time. Sometimes it is me. You have to look in the mirror sometimes and be like, what's the common denominator of all these problems, right? So, hey, Mona, how's it going? Great to see you. Great to see you. Build a boat, step 2, textile mill on a boat. Great to see you, Mona. Hello, hello. I thought you was Egyptian when I first saw you. I knew you owned a gas station somewhere. I worked with in a welding job for years. I worked with people that were from Ethiopia, and they were so nice to me. They fed me. They were so nice to me. And one day they were all talking, and they were kind of looking at me, and they were like, "Are you Ethiopian?" I said, "No." For 2 years, these guys, like, I didn't have to get lunch for almost 2 years. I like my noodles wet. I do too as well. But in a pinch, I'll eat them dry. Yay! Hello, Mona. Yay! My pops used to call me a renta ethnic because everybody thinks I'm from where they're from. He's much blacker with a hat on. Yay! Great to see you, Mona. Great to see you. I'm eventually going to cut these pants out. Oh, I haven't tried on my... We need a good laugh. Hold on. Let's put all this up. Let me fold this real quick. I made pleather pants. I don't know what you would call these. A while ago, Walmart. I purchased this from Walmart. These are fake snake skin. So I don't know what you would call it. Synthetic. I forgot about that. But I made these pants, and I went to the only honest person I know in my life because I knew she would give me an honest answer. Oh. You know what? I can even leave this in here. Oh, actually, I'll put it back over here. Okay. So I made fake snakeskin pants. I'm 100% certain you're not from rural Indiana. You never know. Yay, pleather. Is that what it is, Ty? I really, because I get pleather and vinyl and all kinds of things messed up because when I first started my channel, I inherited rolls of pleather and fake leather. And so I always get it mixed up, and some of it was vinyl. Wasn't that a fabric you got? Yeah, it was a while ago. And there was this whole fight at Walmart. I wasn't involved with it, but these people literally got in a fist fight. I'm holding the fabric, and everybody cleared the store. And I'm standing at the counter, and I told the one behind the counter, I was like, "Scan it. I will protect you." So I earned that fabric that day. People cleared out, and I looked at her. I was like, "I really want this snake skin, and you guys are never at the counter." So I earned that fake snake skin that day. And the funny thing is, it's the Walmart in the most hoity-toity part of town. It is the worst Walmart. No one goes there anymore because something crazy happens there every time. It's the funniest thing. Faux snakeskin. Is that just a petroleum product? Do you know, I can't tell the difference anymore because they're all printed on the same backing. They used to come with maker's marks. They really don't anymore. So, a lot of these companies don't even admit that they've made these things. It's weird to me. And I know for a fact because I get a lot of this stuff downtown, the maker's marks are there, you know? So some print with it and some don't. I think snakeskin still counts as leather. I've had this conversation. I own I own leather pants, leather gloves. I own everything as far as leather, pleather, vinyl. I have a crazy collection. Not really just suede, but it's any plastic product. You know, I can't even tell anymore. To tell you the honest truth, I started a fight at Walmart quarter of the year. I was sitting there, they were fighting, and I told her like, "Hey, I will protect you." But it was funny because I looked around and Walmart was cleared. That was a funny day. That was a funny day. Real snake skin is leather, but so is fish skin. All right, all right. Wrong button. Wrong button. I had to make sure. Hold on. Let me do a dance to make sure. Okay, no one can see me. I didn't like how my picture stuttered on that, but my computer is working overtime because it's hot here. And I've already misplaced these pants. Do you know the temperature has gone down? It's still steamy in here. Fake pleather, leather, whatever you want to call it, it's hot. In my video today, when I was filming this morning, it was like 90 something outside. And you'll see in my video, I'm laughing because my legs it was just dripping sweat because it was so hot. Okay, let's hopefully not hear that rip again. Oh, I don't know if I put these on, if I put the front or the back on. Oh, good times. I looked into opening a tannery in my backyard to the abundance of cows around me. Sadly, many Walmarts have closed their fabric departments. That makes me sad, Vonrek, because near my town, they're basically doing that because they don't have people that come to the counter, and people are complaining, and it's causing drama. A real tannery stinks. I have been to them before. Same, Ollie Papa. Same. Where are my gold shoes? These are dumb. These make me look like an 80s bounty hunter. I look like a bounty hunter in the 80s. All right, we're going to get them right now. They look really good because of the angle, but I'm always honest. There's a little bit of tenting going on down there because I should have sewn this way. I don't know what I was thinking. It was because it was the middle of the night. I went this way. So there's a little bit of tenting in these pants. Oh, if you're ripping pants, putting them on, and they are... Oh, and they're made of pleather. You need to check the pattern. Greg, they used coins back then. That was Caligula. Oh, good times, Mona. Nothing but good times. Stinks is an understatement there. Everybody who's ever been to a cannery is like, those reek. Disposing of chemicals was a deal breaker. It was way too hard to deal with. That was Caligula. Good memory. Oh, David Lee Roth had a new song about 7 months ago, Snakeskin Pants. I really like the way that they came out. They are extremely 80s rock star. I constantly talk about how I've gained weight. So I'm trying to be kind to myself. And these came out better than I thought they had. But, well, better than I thought they did initially. Because trying them on now, they look great. Oh. So I need my inhaler. The air is apocalyptic here in Southern California. Thank you for asking. Very 1980s. Thank you for asking, Ty. I was trying to do a karate kick on my front yard. I was feeling myself. I like these pants, so I was posing for the camera. I was trying to get a blooper in, and I did a, and I kind of laughed at myself because if you can see with these pants, I should have gone in a little bit higher, but I sewed, I've been making so many hammer pants. I'm used to these huge crotches on these pants. And so I made the crotch in the wrong direction too. So when I kicked, I had to laugh because there's a lot of space there. But I'm flexible. So when I kicked, I heard a gotta be cruel to be kind. Thank you. Gotta be cruel to be kind. I like that. You were feeling yourself? What? You Americans. I was having a good time. And in my neighborhood, there is a sea of Arlo and Ring cameras. Every single one of my neighbors are probably like, you know what? William has finally lost it. Once to twice a week, he walks out on his front yard and he just poses like this. So I'm just giving him a show. I'm sure that your neighbors love you. See, Ty and I are on the same page. Oof. I give them something to talk about, really, is what it is. I know them. So I have my neighbor that's like 2 houses down to the left. He's a senior, he's like in his 70s. So he could say nothing to offend me. But every once in a while he just looks at me like, what are you doing with your life, young man? What are you doing with your life? He doesn't say a word to me, but he just looks at me like, I wonder what that guy's doing over there. Thank you, Von Reck. Thank you. I have insomnia and I can't sleep at night, so I've been making shorts. I have 5 years of footage. Literally 5 years of footage. So if I'm just looking for anything that's like in the middle shot. So the stuff that I'm showing, it could be from like last week or 4 or 5 years ago. Oh, I'm taking that as confirmation that you do it on purpose. I have purpose, Craig. I've always had purpose. Oh, my neighbors, I live in a snooty part of town. I'm from a really snooty place. So I literally live in the California version of Footloose. So they're not hurting my feelings. None of them are going to hurt my feelings. I live in a weirdly conservative area. So I'm sure they're screenshotting it and being like, this is the devastation of California. This guy's posing on his front lawn, but I'm a person of love and peace, so I'm going to pose on my front lawn and smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. Oh, but these came out perfect. I might wear these. You know what? I might wear these on one of my Hollywood nights when I'm trying to feel myself. But I'm of that age where like leaving the house at 11:30, the only way I would leave my house at 11:30 at night is if the fire department ordered me to. Plus, we don't have a midnight world here anymore, so there's really nothing open past 12 o'clock anyways. Do the snake in there. Well, David Lee Roth did the same thing with his pants. Very LA. You know he like is weirdly a hero of mine. You know David Lee Roth. You might want to sew the rip first. Absolutely, Mona. But it's like providing a really weird air pocket. So these pants they feel air conditioned at the moment. Well, I have a floor fan in here. I was actually gonna do that on stream, but I got so excited to make my hammer pants because it's been so long, like a whole week or two. How can you be about love and peace and still be an agent of chaos? In today's world, I'm not even trying to be cliche. Being calm and being of love and peace is chaos. Not having any overt problems or like that is chaos to a lot of people. Speaking of which, I need water. I have my Captain Kirk uniform, my original one, is all polyester. That thing does not breathe at all. And these pants remind me of that. I'll pose with my water. But I love how these pants I had my golden Nikes on, but I'll save that for Friday. So those have become my clutch sewing shoes. Like if I have any project, I'm like, I'm just gonna throw my gold Nikes on because they're just ridiculous enough where they go with everything. Oh man. You know it's hot when I'm drinking water. DLR did most drugs in the 1980s. People don't realize what they actually took. The ice is melting. It's hot. I'm telling you, Ty, like I live in the desert. Most people, like, I'm not even trying to be funny. I don't even think most people could hang where I live. It's hot. Like it's Texas hot where I live. It gets hot here. I lived in Arizona for a while when I was younger, and it gets just as hot here. Not as consistent because Arizona is just, it's hot every day. I brag about how California is permanently 70 degrees. Arizona is like permanently 80. Oh man, these pants are hot and sweaty. Oh. But now you guys got me wondering what this material is made out of. I'm going to do some research. It probably is a petroleum product or something in that direction. But it doesn't smell like the stinky fabric I had. That stuff smelled like burning gas. Oh, the stinky fabric days. All right. You know what? That is kind of outgassing. It does kind of have a smell. Oh, that's funny. It does kind of, maybe it is a petroleum product. It does kind of have that smell. Okay. Let me schlep that table back in here again. Leather is always sweaty. I bet it's a polymer nylon. Ty, I am not kidding you. I found an old Nike tracksuit top from like 91, 92. And I've told the story. My mom was like, oh, I was going to throw that out. I said, excuse me. We don't throw things out. I grabbed that thing. July in Arizona is like May in Georgia. Georgia is actually hell. I've been to Georgia. I've been there. It's hot. It's hot. I don't know any synthetics that isn't petroleum. Well, it's one of those things because people want to save the environment. I am so ADD. I'm like, hey, look, I like that material. I'll buy anything. I make shirts out of carpets, out of drapes, so I'm not necessarily looking for thread content like other people are. And like, I drive a 1988 Ford F-150, which is one of the most fuel inefficient vehicles on the road currently. Well, I also drive my Yuppie Flex, which is compliant with California state law. All right, so let me get my table. Why not? Let's make something. Actually, I should fix my pants. You know what? I'm gonna go in a complete different direction. This keeps on happening to the hammer pants. You know what? No, I bought the material. I'm gonna make the hammer pants because I keep on not wanting to make them. Oh. I get excited because I'm like, oh, I can make this and this and this, and then it becomes like 15 projects behind and it's way forgotten. Perfect. My 88 F-250 gets 10 miles to the gallon. My F-150 gets 12. Mine gets 12. So Greg and I are putting down. My truck flies. It just eats gas. I have an aluminum radiator, all kinds of fun stuff under the hood, but it just eats gas. Bishop Lamar Whitehead will hire you to make his suits when he gets out. Hey, in 9 years, do you know what's funny? In 9 years, hopefully I have the giant My So-Called Life building, with the smokestacks, the giant My So-Called Life factory. When he gets out, I'll make him a suit because he will be way forgotten, especially in the internet era. I'm telling you, the one thing that captivated me about Bishop Lamar Whitehead was his tailoring. Whoever made his suits, they should they're amazing, absolutely amazing, because most of his prints were fake and somebody made those suits. Do you still have dual tanks? Yes, I do. I do. I love that truck. Greg's some are natural plastic. What's a natural plastic? What is a natural plastic? I'm interested in this. Ali Baba is our resident smart person. He doesn't like being called professor, so you'll be the smartest person in the room. Oh, I know Phoenix calls you Darth Manual. In the sewing machine world, you know more than all of us. Oh. Okay, perfect. All right. Do you know, if I got in a time machine and told myself 25 years ago you'd still be wearing hammer pants in the future, I would have been like, nah, man, you're lying. But here we are. I have to make sure that there's enough room. And I know I'm constantly letting fabric fly, but it's good to conserve fabric. I knew you were going to say that. I'm not a professor. Well, you're Darth Manual. Right. Spend some time in Florida in August and you'll understand what happened to tread water while on dry land. Do you know, I was in Savannah, Georgia one time, and the first time I went there, I'll never forget, I got out of the shower, I dried off, and then I was wet again. Only place, that in Texas in February, that was just weird to me. Well, in sewing machine world, I am accredited by the National Research Institute, the Mall DC for the unique way of patent research. Exactly. You can't be a prophet. that still means something around here. That still means something. All right. I'm gonna make these extra ridiculous. You know, the strangest thing has been happening with I've been making these pants, and the higher and higher the waistband goes, I'm basically making zoot suits. So I think my next big project is going to be full zoot suit with the pants and the jacket. Because that's basically I've been making zoot suit pants because they were baggy as well. Have a great night, Roderick. Thank you so much for stopping by. I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you so much. Yay. Have a great night. Have a great night. Awesome. Awesome. I forgot what I did with my rotary tool. Perfect. They're still going to be crazy baggy, but they'll still be wearable. I have to remind myself where's the top and where's the bottom of this. Do you know, designing is the craziest thing because I've done this 100 times. I kind of already know what to do, but there are moments where I stand there and I get stuck because I'm like, oh yeah, what's the next move? But something like this, it's like breathing at this point. And I keep on debating if I'm going to line this or not, but I have to remind myself it's not that kind of part. Yay. All right, let me get the other side. Oh, I'm snagged on something. It's snagged on the Singer 404. I gotta crawl under the table again. I am definitely gonna cut this live stream. This is gonna be in my so-called life commercial. Come to the chaos of my so-called live stream as he crawls under the table. Oh, oh. Oh. All right. Everybody's safe. Oh. Absolutely. Oh, no worries, Mona. No worries. Greg, the natural plastic is the white goop when you break the plants over. Can't remember the substance on hand. Take care. I don't think Greg's taking off. Yay! No worries. Yay! Absolutely. Do you know what's funny? There are certain things where I was like, years ago, I was like, there's certain things I would never do on YouTube. Now I'm like, I'm going to walk off screen. I go and grab sodas. I do all kinds of things. So crawling around is kind of on par at this point. And in my next video, I cleaned this section and you'll see I'm literally on my hands and knees looking for all my cameras. That's interesting. In the industrial world, anything plant-based would not be considered a plastic. Plastic is made of this. It's not. Oh, you know what's really funny? I actually recently watched something about that. And there was something I earmarked in Scientific America while I was not paying attention to the MMA thing. Oh, I can't remember what was it. So I thought this was really interesting, and I'm gonna dox myself. Whoops. I get Scientific American sent to my house because I'm a geek. But I thought it was really interesting that in Australia, they introduced, let's see, after South American cane toads were introduced to Australia in the 1930s to control pestilent beetles, that ravaged the country's ecosystem, and they're disillusioned to this very day. These invasive amphibians secrete toxins from their skin, killing pets and every other predator that they eat. So basically, South American cane toads are destroying Australia. And it's this weird apocalyptic thing that's happening in Australia. And I thought it was the funniest thing, because we introduce these species to try to save something, not realizing that there's a reason why they live there. So the cane toads are taking over Australia. Oh, it's actually latex. Wow. But I thought that was really interesting. And now they're doing all these things to curb this invasive species, and they're getting wildlife management from all around the world and everything else. They brought a frog from around the world, from South America to Australia, and it is now destroying Australia. I thought that was interesting. So don't lick any toads in Australia. Oh, perfect. All right. Let me even this up a little. I don't know how that became so uneven like that. Okay. I thought it was interesting, Ty. Just like I went off about cicadas 2 weeks ago. I read Scientific American, and I think it's really interesting of how we find new ways to mess with the ecosystem. There's all kinds of things, like rabbits were not indigenous to Australia, I think. And when I say we, I mean Western civilization introduced rabbits to them as well. And it didn't go well either. Oh man, this is not playing nice. Perfect. Beautiful. Now I'm going to pin this so I know where it is. Actually, I can see the difference. Sometimes the colors are so spot on that I have to pin it so I can see around it. Dog fell. I am so sorry, Mona. I hope your dog is better. Feels better. That's terrible. See, that's why that's why I can't have pets. I get so attached. My dog passed away the same year my son was born, and I have not purchased a dog since. They become people. Australia, Hawaii, and Madagascar are very rich for invasive species. Look up the rat problem in Australia. Well, I watch a lot of Spanish news, and Australia is going through some hardcore problems right now with like substance abuse. So they have all kinds of problems. I'm so sorry, Mona. Australia's having hardcore problems right now. Scratches. Australia. In the there, I watched this documentary, and it's one of the best quotes. In the 1970s, America imported motorcycles and drug habits to Australia. So there's all kinds of crazy. Like I said, I almost moved there. I know way too much about Australia. It's lit right now. I had my cat killed by tainted cat treats from a Chinese. Like, what additive from what? Haven't had a pet since. I'm telling you, Alibaba, they become people. I'm telling you, I don't think I'll ever own a dog again. Honestly, Cleophas was my little brother. Laugh aloud. Why was Australia on your list? But Ty, you've traveled, right? Australia is just one of those places. It's like it's on the list, you know. That's the one place where people are like, "Oh, I've been here, I've been here." And they always get me there, and they're like, "Oh, I've been to Australia." You know what? Australia is just going through something that any Western civilization is going through, you know? And Australia is crazy because all of Australia has the exact same population as the state of California. So if you really think about it, it's a bunch of beach dwellers. they all live near the beach. I'm saying that in a very stereotypical way. In no way, shape, or form am I trying to indict Australia or anyone who is an Aussie adjacent, or anyone from New Zealand. I want to dig up opals in Australia, black opals. You should come with me to Oregon. We can go mushroom hunting. Probably have more fun. Greg Bryan, I wanted to explore. Then again, the thuggish kangaroos. Okay. So I want to say something because these guys live rent-free in my head. Rent-free. Twitter ruined Australia for me because they showed the jacked kangaroos. Do you know kangaroos are in the bush doing push-ups right now, just waiting to punk you? They have claws on the bottom of their feet. Like, okay, I've said this many times on my channel. I've said this many times. Kangaroos live rent-free in my head. I would move to Southeast Asia if I went anywhere. Interesting. I'm pretty sure I can. I can. What? No way. I'm one of those people that think that I'm semi-invincible. There's no way. Do you know how jacked kangaroos are? Greg, kangaroos are. I'm telling you, they live rent free in my head. Oh, this is why. For anyone, if you think, if you look at my video description, I constantly talk about Mark Short. He was someone I used to stream with years and years ago, and then he passed away last year. But Mark was the one that told me that, what is it? Koalas have syphilis. Or Hep C, or one of them. I've been mushroom hunting already. I just need a partner to go mushroom hunting with me. That's all. I'm telling you, think they are playing. That's like when people go to national parks and they want to touch a buffalo, then they get gored. Then the buffalo becomes a buffalo. That's like the people who man. Oh, it's chlamydia. I will bitch slap a kangaroo in front of it. It's chlamydia. Thank you. It's chlamydia. It made me not want to visit Australia. But there's koala bears here in LA all over the place. I used to go to the zoo every year. But nobody, ever since Blackfish, and I'm not saying this to be mean, ever since that movie Blackfish came out, nobody wants to go to the zoo with me anymore. I love the LA Zoo. I miss that place. It reminds we've had this conversation, but I miss that place. I know I know there are rings of shrooms in BC. They won't eat eucalyptus leaves if they're on a branch. Yikes. What? Not the pretentious koala. Koalas, though, if I'm wrong, please tell me I'm wrong. But aren't koala bears much like panda bears, where they wouldn't be around if it wasn't for us? Maybe I'm wrong. Right. Good times. Good times. Okay. Let me get my rotary tool. Perfect. Perfect. Now I just have the Three's Company theme song stuck in my head. Yeah, they should have been extinct decades ago. That's what I figured. Because I am constantly trying to fall asleep to things. I'm subscribed to like 6 panda bears, some random moose in Canada, a bunch of national parks, a few orcas, some otters, even though I don't like otters. Where? Oh, the lining is right in front of my face as a stammer, stutter. But they've always tripped me out. I will not mess with a buffalo or a bear, but I will fuck with a kangaroo like a 4-day weekend. There's no way. There is no way you can go up against a kangaroo, Greg. You say that with enthusiasm, and then you would see the kangaroo face to face. And it would be like breathing heavy, a jacked king. No way. It's not like Kangaroo Jack. Kangaroos are real. So you have fear of a buffalo or a bull because you've seen them. You've had experience with them. You know they are wild animals. Kangaroos are in that same category. It's just we don't mess with them like that in America. You know what? I'll tell you. It's kind of like when they max out at 200 pounds. That's still 200. It's working out every time it walks. A kangaroo is working out every time. Otters killed minnow. Oh, otters killed minnow business 1 year. One ate my stock. 1 year too fat to get back into the river. Otters are evil. One day I'm gonna have a stream about otters. I just don't want to ruin people's appetite, but otters are evil. Greg, a kangaroo. Greg, I'm telling you, kangaroos are not what you think they are. I have to bait fish. Oh, I had a bait fish business. Oh, that's awesome. Ollie, that's like a dream of mine, is to have a job like that. I was thinking beekeeper. There's a ton by my house too. Ton of beekeeper. Oh, sorry. There was a black bear on the loose around here. The community named it Delaware. I love that Delaware. I love that. Are you aware of the history of white people around animals? That's 75 versus one animal. Go face to face with one and find out. I had a buffalo charge me, a moose chase me, and a wolverine and lynx try to be friends. I've been chased by a bear, so I have the fear. I have fear. I have real life, like every time I think about it, I'm like, absolutely, Alibaba, absolutely. In Oregon, it's a long story, but I saw someone put a shot in a bear just to distract it so I could run long enough to get in the truck. How's it going, Rashawn? I was wondering. A moose is a problem. Funny story. Back when I used to drink, I walked up to a moose, and my friends still talk about how it's a miracle that thing didn't just kick me. He was hit and killed last night. Aww. That's the worst. Oh, but gator, again, you say that. Again, you say that, Greg. A gator would just do the death roll on you. That's so sad, Ty. There was a real cougar hit on the highway, and I sat with that thing until the city came. It was sad. It was just the saddest thing I've ever seen. Greg, a mom moose chased me for over 5 kilometers to protect his babies. How's it going, Rashawn? How's it going? Yeah, I didn't want that smoke. So, Rashawn, Greg thinks that he could take on a kangaroo, and we're trying to convince him that he's off his gourd. Kangaroos work out every time they walk. Right now, they're doing back push-ups waiting for you. I chased off 2 black bears. I was almost mauled by an Oregon brown black bear, whatever you want to call it. Oh, don't run. And you can't run because they're faster than you. And I'm fast. I'm lightning, but a bear is faster than lightning. Oh. One took a dump after I scared it and it ran. Oh, that is hilarious. We have our deer are like that. Yeah, hello. I fucked with gators and snakes. I'm not from. I told you I get paid to remove rattlesnakes. I'm not scared of most animals, but I'm telling you, a long time ago, and I've told this story weeks ago. Back when I used to surf in beautiful Ventura, California, I was surfing. 2 dolphins came on the side of me. Most people would be like, oh, I'm surfing with a dolphin. This is the most beautiful thing. I was like, this is the scariest SHIT ever. They're humongous. They're car size. Dolphins are car size. As a human, I freaked out inside. I was too scared to fall off my board because I didn't want to go under the dolphin. I would punch a roo like I would punch on a black bear. Greg can beat any kangaroo that meets. Exactly. I'm telling you, kangaroo, man, you think you can fight until you meet one. I also had a bear attack me. It was scary. That was unreal. You're with me. Country people will fuck up a kangaroo. Alibaba. No, but Alibaba is. You know, those videos, though, of Australians, like, bopping them on the nose and stuff. That would not be me. 200 pounds is a large dog. You say that, but a German Shepherd would ruin your life. You say that. Again, baby was involved. I was on the phone with my sister earlier laughing at the comments online. People so devastated over the Della Bear. Lock up the person who... That happens with cougars around here because they tag everything and then they become your friends because they're on everybody's cameras. Dolphins kill sharks. I'm telling you, I was on my board like this. Like, dolphins are scary. Everybody thinks they're so beautiful and they're nature. That fish was bigger than me. That was a real experience. I'm gonna fly to Australia and beat a kangaroo's ass just to send you the video. Greg, if you go to Australia, because you'd have to fly through LA, I'll go with you. I'll meet you at the airport. You would have to fly through LA because it's a 17-hour. I'm pointing like you know where West is. It's a 17-hour flight that way. Let me know. I'll videotape it for you. I'll pay for all the arrangements and everything. Greg Bryan would scream like a gummy bear and run if a kangaroo knuckled up with him. Exactly. 200 pounds is a man too. Thank you. You think you can run up? Perfect example. My son's MMA coach is probably 150, 145. He's tiny. That guy could wreck shop. It's not about weight either. It's not about weight. A man has opposable thumbs and a brain. A kangaroo is a deer, okay, that hops with claws. Don't make one of the reasons I'm giving you a hard time is because kangaroos live rent free in my head. I have a natural fear of kangaroos. There was an ancient moose here, white hair and all, 1 foot wide hoof. I saw it once, and my 2014 Ford Edge rooftop was at the bottom of its stomach. I'm telling you, the one that I walked up to in Oregon, at my height, I could have walked underneath the thing. It was so huge. I don't think people realize how big they are. It never got shot and died as an ancient old fart. That's respect. That's actually respect. That's yikes for real though, Ty. That is yikes for real. I refuse to get my ass beat by an animal that hops away. It's gonna hop on you. I'm telling you, it's not Kangaroo Jack. It's not the movies. I have this conversation with people all the time. And just because human beings are able to take a punch doesn't mean that you won't bruise. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right, we're going to have to do this in 2 parts. Yeah, I have to line that part because that's a part of the crotch. And that would be obvious if I didn't line that part. So we're going to angle this. This is where the engineering comes in. All right. I'm talking to myself because I have to figure out how to line these. Oh, the rock was over. Oh, wow. It was over 18 feet. That's insane. A moose or a bull or a horse. I'm not fucking with a 200-pound deer that jumps around me. You're thinking of an American deer. Could you leave below the knees, see through? That's a really good point. Because I'd have to sew down the middle and everything. Hold on. Let's do some engineering real quick. Let's see how see-through this is. Oh, that's see-through. You'd see my boxers if I put these on. Hold on. Oh, yeah. It's not that kind of party. Wait a minute. I could make these as see-through and sell them to nefarious people. I know nefarious people. You know what? I don't know if I could do this without lining, though. I don't know if I could show that much. Like, let's do the arm test. That's obvious. You know what? We're going to go without lining. We're going to see how it looks. I have my N1 shorts in here. Let's start pinning and just see what happens. Let's go. I have my Walmart N1s in here. I wear all the time. These are going to be semi-see-through. I have 200-pound deer here, then elk twice as big. Greg, you are killing. No, American deers are way more dangerous. A buck can get up to 800 pounds. My ex was nefarious. Well, I started off making clothes for extremely conservative people, and it was through that crowd that other people kind of found me, and it was weird how certain people know each other, but I live in LA County. So, 6 degrees. Let's go. I've been sitting here waffling for an hour and 45. You can wear them Hedonism resort, aka Santa Monica Boulevard, Santa Monica Beach, anywhere in Long Beach. Where I live, it's legal to show your nalga. Like, we have San Francisco laws where, like, anywhere a man can walk around with his shirt off, a woman can too. So LA is already crazy. LA is already crazy in that sense. But people don't test that law like they do in San Francisco. 200 pounds is like max for a kangaroo. Most of them are around 120, 160. It's a German Shepherd with I'm gonna man, tomorrow I'm gonna come with specs. I'm gonna come to Rashawn's stream with a list. We're gonna argue about religion and kangaroos. Venice Beach. Absolutely. That is very Venice Beach. Venice Beach is the land of free spirits. I used to go to a drum circle in Venice Beach. I actually kind of miss that. It made me feel like artsy fartsy. But it's crazy when you're in a drum circle with like 75 people with drums. I wonder if they still have that. It used to be every Sunday at Venice Beach. I kind of miss that. That's back when I was a kid. I will send you a video of a grown man beating a kangaroo. Old Venice Beach is gone now. You know, a lot of my references are from 20 years ago because I lived in Santa Monica. I lived off of National Boulevard. That was kind of paradise. And that place does not exist anymore. Much like San Francisco. It was my dream to live in San Francisco, but I have always been too broke. And let's be real, San Francisco has real weather. I don't think I'd be able to hang. They have real seasons. It's not like Southern California where it's all, desert and we're all at the beach. Oh wow. I need to start looking at certain videos but see, here's the thing. I was scared to go downtown. I did a lot of outreach, and so I worked a lot of the outer areas. There was a meningitis in downtown Los Angeles in 2018, 19. I stopped going down there for years. The internet had me scared to go downtown. I went down there. It was nothing like what they said. Ruby's on beer. Ruby's on the pier in 99 was the shit. Hell yeah. Oh my God. They were working me like a Taiwanese. I was wondering where you were, Dose. I was wondering where San Francisco state to turn around is dead. All closed businesses. 2 miles of nothing. It's actually really sad. I wanted to live in San Francisco so bad. I can't even say what I say. I can't even say on stream what I say. If some of these guys had a brain, they'd be dangerous. My pops used to always say, don't ever underestimate stupid. It wasn't even dead like that, though, through 1906. So sad. San Francisco was paradise. Honestly, Alibaba, it was paradise. Even to the point where my ex-wife and I went there for our honeymoon. That's Red Bull chowder for life. For life. But San Francisco is a scary place now, And people talk about LA. You know that you're back. Now that you're back, do you think I could go one-on-one? Okay. So, Dose. Greg thinks that he could go one-on-one with a kangaroo. As a man of logic and reason, kangaroos live rent-free in my head, and I have a natural fear of kangaroos. I would not square up with a kangaroo, and I know how to fight. I have training. And I would not go toe-to-toe with a kangaroo. I think you and I want to find me on Twitter. I'm going to send you all the scary Twitter stuff, all the scary videos I've seen on Twitter. Maybe a koala. Not a koala. Oh, don't be mean. Koala, they got VDs. Be nice to a koala. They wouldn't be around if it wasn't for us. Oh, Greg, you could not take on a kangaroo. Thank you. Thank you. This is what I've been saying this entire evening. It's like it goes back to that bear argument because there's a lot of things I'm trying not to say, but like they'll do the same thing a real life bear would do to you. So basically, oh man, kangaroos live rent free in my head. The, the internet has ruined kangaroos for me. But I'm telling you, you know what's funny? I'm not scary about a lot of things, but kangaroos do scare me. So I think you're crazy that you think you could take on a kangaroo. Oh, oh. Have you met rednecks? Do you think claws will stop me? They will after about 5 minutes. I can't outfast a bobcat. I can't outfast a roo. I can outfast a roo. The claws aren't long enough to hit. Oh, pshaw. I wouldn't want to find out. You know what's funny? I'm telling you, near my house, I get paid to remove rattlesnakes from people's houses, and most of the time it's like a gopher snake or a red racer or something, and people are like, there's a rattler. It's never a rattler, and I'm not scared of much. I often ask myself, like, I think there's something wrong with me because I'm not scared of much. Kangaroos scare me. Actually, I'm scared of bobbins running out. But kangaroos scare me. If it was a special needs animal, koala, panda, and sloth. Oh, I just dropped the bobbin. Oh, and I dropped it. Yikes. There it is. That's the one not benefit of having a shag carpet. They got lost in the shag. Sure they are, Greg. They just ain't smart. Man, you know, I'm going to show up with a kangaroo with a briefcase and everyone's going to run. Everyone's going to run. That roo would kick you right in the big ball. You know, I'm telling you, I used to be like you. I used to think I was invincible, and then I got in a car accident, and it taught me that I'm not invincible. If you can lift 200 pounds, you can beat a kangaroo's ass. And I deadlift 200 all day at my job, in a weird way, all kinds of stuff. You know, Wolverine, a kangaroo would see me running like this as fast as I could, with my hitting my inhaler as I was running. Wolverine did. Oh, Wolverine did once play with me. Smart Animals. It taught me to play a game. I don't think I've ever been around a Wolverine or been able to identify one. Catch new. I would not fuck with Wolverine. Same. Greg, it was friendly. But like I said, I get paid to remove rattlesnakes and all kinds of crazy stuff in my area. And I have limits. People often ask me, they're like, why aren't you scared? Because let's be real, a lot of people don't expect someone like me to show up. But I would show fear to a kangaroo. Yeah, I mean, in the wild, they're way too smart and too tenacious and very hard to kill. I want to see you do some white boy shit, Greg. We both stay in Indiana. Let me know. I told him, Dose, when you do that, when you go to Australia, I'll meet you at the airport, because in order to go to Australia, you have to go through LA. I'll meet you and we can all go together. And Dose and I will be the witness. Final witness. Oh, all right. I think got my bobbin going in the right direction. I think perfect. Oh, these are gonna be the see-through pants. Beautiful. I want to see this fight. I'm not trying to tell them why people do not marry. Don't make me start telling Paul Mooney jokes. Greg, and that's not true. I literally get paid to remove animals from people's houses, and they're of all races where I live. Of all races, walks of life. Even though I will say no one's ever called me with an Australian accent. And there's quite a few Aussies that live in my area, which I can understand because the weather is very much like Australia, so I could totally see why they live here. Perfect. Let's see that. Perfect. Oh, did it pull it? Nope, that's not perfect. The bobbin got stuck because I put it in the wrong direction. Or it just got stuck. Let's try that again. There. I work on a ranch. I will not concur with that. I know some tough guys of all race colors. I work on a ranch, and you have to be a tough guy to have my job. You have to have some grit. Oh, why are you not playing now? Oh, that's wrong. You're gonna happen whether you want. Oh, it does not fit. Let's try another one. That's strange. And this is a perfect example of sewing because this. Oh, is this an odd bobbin? I think it is. Okay, so let's wind another one because that one is not playing. That rue comes cocky already. Thank you. This is what I've been trying to say this entire time. You think you're gonna go toe to toe with a kangaroo until it is in your face. Oof. That's on my real. That is on my real fear list. I think it's ironic that you would not take on a buffalo or anything like that. I'm white, but but I won't do that. That was some Celine Dion right there. Or Meatloaf. Sorry, Meatloaf. All right, let's try this again. Let's wind this bob. Let me switch my angle. Perfect. Gosh, my people at your ranch, if they would fight a kangaroo, I bet most would say yes. But these are people in their 50s and 60s that still chew tobacco. I gave someone a hard time about that. I know someone who is 58 years old and still chews. And I mean like baseball style. Scariest was a buffalo. There's a buffalo reserve by my house. So I have respect because I know how humongous those things are. So I see them all the time. Like buffalo are no joke. I think it's cruel that they have buffalo here too because it gets hot. And buffaloes come with fur coats. All right, let's try this again. For the record, I think it's cruel. There's a There's a gibbon farm by my house, and I think it's mean to have all those monkeys out in the desert. Well, it's by my job, but I think it's mean because they come with fur coats too. Oh, that was just meant for disaster. Yikes. Let's try that again. A buffalo would kill me dead and not look back. Absolutely. I was cleaning prairie dogs for buffalo pound preserve in moose jaw. I was told wrong compound. Oops, that's a big oops. I'm 43. I still smoke. I'm not that attached to people. That's my line. I say that all the time when people give me a hard time. I'm like, what, are you going to be here forever? The main one charged me and stopped short of me kicking dust at me. I was scared in my spot. You know, a week ago I missed being kicked by a horse to the point where I felt the air. So I get it. It reminds me of the Hugh Laurie story about the lion. The trainer said, throw shit on it. He said, where will I get the shit? It will be there. All right. Let's try this again. That's better. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. Oh, you know, I'm tripping. I went to Walmart today. I forgot I had snacks. I have those. Oh, these are already melted. I have to put these in the fridge. I just froze. Did you shard yourself? Oh, did I freeze? Did I freak out? The internet is crazy. Hey, will you do me a favor? Will you put these in the fridge? It's already chocolate soup. Okay. And will you go grab those blue cookies for me? Okay. They're on the fridge. They're on the table. Okay. It looked like I stood against that buffalo. Laugh aloud, it melted, and it's only been in this room for 2 hours. I took it straight from Walmart. I have this really bad habit. I go to Walmart, I peruse around the store, and then I buy candy, and I eat it as I'm in my car driving back to go pick up my son. It's a bad habit. Candy is bad. It is bad for your health. I'm a grown man and I eat candy like an emancipated 13-year-old. I am willing to admit it. I have terrible habits. Thank you for helping out your dear old dad. You're welcome. Thank you. Sugar cookies are bad too. At that point, it's entirely up to the animal if you die or not. For real, though. You Americans have stuff in the stuff you sell to stop it melting at temps. We don't. Okay, fun fact. This drives me crazy because it's real, and I saw it on the internet. There was a woman who moved from Ireland to America, and she was saying, like, just all her observations. And she said, the freakiest thing happens in America. Their bread doesn't go bad. I never noticed until she said something. I have hot dog buns that are like 3 weeks old. I just ate one the other day. Still good. Hasn't gone bad. We have sourdough bread in my house right now because I keep on telling my son, stop buying this stuff if you're not going to eat it. And he's like, I'm going to eat it. We have half a loaf of sourdough bread. I know it's a month old. It hasn't molded at all. Anywhere else in the world that would be bright green within 48 hours. Got that right, Greg. Many animals have let me my life so many times. My stuff mold. Interesting. Do you get like fresh bread? Because I eat like San Louis. I eat the stuff from the store. I eat all that stuff from the store. There you go, eating yoga man. I thought it was weird. I thought it was weird. My son loves sourdough bread. I'm addicted to pastrami, so I'm down for some sourdough in my house. But I started using the fridge. Thank you. Lasts forever. Right now on my counter, I have sourdough bread that's over a month old and hasn't gone bad. And that fact has lived rent free in my head since I've watched that video. But again, like Ty pointed out, I'm eating so America style nuclear bread. You know what? I'm gonna do a test with that. I'm gonna definitely do a test with that. I'm gonna get different types of bread and see how fast it takes for them to go bad. Because I love a sandwich. I go crazy. My sandwiches are like I'm like Yogi Bear. I make breakfast sandwich, lunch sandwich. I'm like a hobbit. So there's bread in my house. There's definitely bread in the fridge. Wow, 1 month old. Yeah. And it's still good. I ate a piece the other day. I didn't even think about it. I walked in there. I made a sandwich. And in the middle of my sandwich, I was like, still here. I get the store stuff. I usually get a week on the kitchen table. That's still 3 days longer than bread should last. That's still at least 3. No, a week is 4 days. I'm thinking of a business week because bread should really only last 2 days. Because I had a fresh bread problem. It's only 4 days here. In America, we put so many perfect weather for cold sandwich. Oh, I go crazy. It's like an art form. I take my time. It's kind of like when I make an omelet. I take my time. Perfect. All right, let's try this again. Oh, there we go. Now that is a willing participant. Absolutely. Listen, Alibaba, I'm not paying $4 a loaf for the 4 slices I eat a week. It is 4 days till croutons are bomb. That's not a bad idea. We got half loaves here. You totally reminded me. My mom broke her foot. She's been bored and she's been driving me crazy. So I said, you know what? I need meatloaf. And she looked at me too. She's like, this is busy work. I said, I know. And I bought her all the ingredients. I forgot about that. I might make a meatloaf after this. Oh. I eat a lot of bread. But it's because I have it's weird. And I also eat a lot of tortillas too. It's the strangest thing. All right, let me move my water. Oh, that water is just hitting all the right spots right now. You know what's so sad? I am so loyal to coffee. I just finished a loaf from the fridge I bought on May 7th. I have another loaf left. Oh. I'm even weird with cheese because my son, like, I eat all types of weird cheese. My son gets Colby Jack or some weird stuff. Even that stuff goes bad pretty fast. Okay, I'm not going to use the cam that cuts out. I'm talking to myself right now. I am talking to myself. I'm not going to use my so cam because that thing just cuts out. Why are you buying so much bread at a time? Well, actually, I do that because they have hardcore sales by my house. Hardcore sales where they're like, "You like bread? We're giving it away right now." That's why I'm about to have some meatloaf. I know that means it's sawdust. I had bread from a restaurant that turned into dust in 2 days, but that restaurant bread hits different too. It was 2 loaves. I didn't think it would last that long. That the restaurant bread is a whole other animal. I'll go crazy at a restaurant. Flour tortillas, they do. That's another thing that are nuclear dose. Like flour tortillas are nuclear. Now, man, after I always get so hungry sitting here talking about food. After this stream, I want to go make a breakfast burrito. Oh, I went shopping again today. I did. That's right. The kid and I went shopping. There's all kind of food in the fridge right now. My new thing is I call it a salad, but I make taco meat and I put cheese and chips on it. It's my poor man's taco salad. But it counts, right? It counts. Does that count when you put ground beef on it? Oh, I put a ton of lunch meat, but I don't make sandwiches often. I'll just grab the sandwich meat and eat it right out of the package. I'm a savage that way. The food portion of today has to see Alibaba knows. I get hungry just sitting here. I get hungry. Even I have such a bad reputation. There's a Burger King right by my house. It's a shame that I even get in my car. That's how close it is. And I'll pull into it and they're like, "You taking a break from sewing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I have no life. Thank you. Thank you." They know I get hangry sitting here. Especially when things aren't lining up correctly. That's a not today bobbin kind of day when everything's frustrating. Okay, I think that's the top of the pants and that's the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to pin the bottom of the pants and then we will go from there. But this is how I messed up on my pleather pants. Okay, I got to sew all the way up until here. Okay, good. That's how I messed up last time. I have lows. And now for the weather. It's hot. Back to the sports report. Do you know that makes me so mad in LA? When it rains, they will talk about the rain all day. It's like we can look up in the sky and see it. And when it's hot, they're like, "There's a heat wave." I'm like, "Do you guys not live here? Do you live somewhere else?" And you're just literally phoning it in. We know it's hot. Tell me something else. Oh, that bothers me. I don't know why it bothers me, but it does. Oh, man, I'm off on this one. There we go. Nope, that's not. Okay. I have to fold this back to where it was. Eventually, I will find where it was. No wonder Hammer went broke. He had to pay people to make all of these because these are confusing. Once you... Okay. So that's how it's supposed to look. Let's find that shape. Okay, here we go. I don't know how long you have been here, but your open forum might involve a lot of religion and kangaroo fights. Oh, Florida wins the Stanley Cup, and now over to William for more current events. I have something crazy happened at Walmart that I felt like I was like, am I losing my mind? All right. Totally open. First come, first serve. First come, first served. Since the weather has been in the 90s for the past couple of weeks, I've been mostly munching on fruit. You know what's really funny? You'd say that I bought a gang of fruit today. And that's another thing. I went in the crisper. I threw out everything. I was like, all these old oranges, everything. No pause. Who is fruit? Greg. You're accepted here, Greg. I know you're always trying to turn something into a left joke, but Greg, we accept you here in the House of Sewing. Florida, what the hell are you Canadians doing up there? Oh. What? Absolutely. Doses is ignoring Florida's adverts. You know what, though? I wouldn't go to Florida right now. Florida is just crazy in general, and I'm not even trying to be mean, but Florida has a lot going on, and they say that about where I live. Well, also, Florida, let's be real, Florida is humongous, much like, okay, which is the top and which is the bottom? Why is the top and the bottom almost the same size? So I have to choose which I want to be, the top or the bottom. All right, we're just going to call that the bottom and start sewing and save this stream. All right, there we go. Also thinking about why we're even snowbirds. Do you know what's really funny? That when I lived in Arizona, that was my first introduction to snowbirds. I was trying to say don't pause me, but it made it even more sus. I mean, fruit. Thank you. The world sucks when Florida wins in hockey. Do you know what? Edmonton was coming back, and they kind of made me believe, because there was I listened to a lot of sports talk. I listened to a lot of hockey talk. There was this one sportscaster that came out after game 3. He was like, series is over. You stink, Canada, go home. And he got hosed. And I really thought that Edmonton was going to win. Florida, Broward County hates Canadians to the point they deem us terrorists. Wasn't looking, but that's sparkly. Oh, these are red sequins. These are gonna be for real hammer pants. Actually, was that the cuff? No, that's the. Oh, I can't tell which part is which. Yeah, I guess I should leave the pants baggy at the bottom. Or is that the waist? You know what? I'm just gonna start sewing and make some pants. Where's my pin cushion? At least that wasn't an oyster. Florida, yeah, absolutely. They fought. They deserved to win. It wasn't why is that pin cushion stuck? It wasn't like the refs won it for them or anything, so I have no gripes. Perfect. Those pants are gonna turn him into fruit. Greg, you are in a safe place. The House of Sewing respects you. If you want to come to self-acceptance and to who and what you are, I'm here for you, Greg. This might be a healthy exercise for you, hanging out with me in self-acceptance. Do you want me to make you a red pair of pants, Greg? That reminds me, I need to find my and one shorts. I know they're in here somewhere. Trust me, the Californian and the Canadian, we accept you, Greg. We accept you for who you are and your life choices. Oh. Make Greg a Tina Turner dress. 30 seconds. I could make a Tina Turner dress in 30 seconds. In a weird way, women's clothes, I'm not saying they're easier to make, but they're easier to make because it's much more flowing, a lot more, it's intricate in a different way. Says the guy making hammer pants. You know what? I think that is backwards. I think I am making them backwards. Perfect. That's why you always gotta check instead of what is that? Measure twice. It's check twice. Yeah, I do sequin waves as well. It sounds like you're trying to get me to join a cult. You know full well I will join a cult. Man, not fun to lie. I would shimmy around the house all day in those. Man, don't even get me started. Like, you know, when I started wearing that neon green hoodie and the yellow hoodie brought me back to the 90s. Exactly. Isn't the Tina Turner dress just a tube? Thank you. 14 seconds. You could time me. We could have a race. Pick a color. Pick a color. It has 2 straps. Stop hammer time. Absolutely. Man, when no one's in the house, I go full risky business. Are you kidding me? Full risky business. And if you remember that reference, when I'm by myself, man, I walk around like a crazy person in my own house. When my son's here, I'm reserved. But when I'm by myself, oh no, it's time to have fun. Okay. Yeah, that is the top. This is the bottom. I'm just going to start sewing. Oh. When something's equal like this, it's hard to tell which is the top or the bottom. And no, Greg, don't get excited. That was a clothes reference. The Reverend Pants on Coming to America. You were doing so good. You were. Look, the comfort of free balling is widely underrated. Absolutely. The inside of Diana Ross's purse. That would be Yayo inside of Diana Ross's purse. Love Diana Ross. Do you know I think it was in Michigan or somewhere. She got in one of the most hardcore DUI crashes. And when they stopped her, they're like, you know, what happened? She's like, I'm Diana Ross. And she kept on saying that as her answer. Yeah, that has to. Nope. I'm sewing the wrong side. I think this is the bottom and that's the top. Okay. Oh, nope. Yeah, okay. We're just going to start sewing. You know what? I'm going to make a decision and start sewing. Let's go. Oh, look at that. This machine can actually take sequins. And you can't see any of it because all this junk's in the way. I live alone. You can hear the thigh slap drum for when I run upstairs. If I had hardwood, I would have already killed myself trying to sides. I do. I do. You know that's not too far from the truth. There's been a few times I almost took a header in the hallway, or I used the garage door to stop me because that door connecting from the garage to the house is metal. You gotta tuck those balls, Greg. That's some manly advice right there. Don't forget to tuck and roll. When I die, I won't go how fast. You're the guy the paramedics find. They're like, ah. Oh. Oh, where did we run? What happened? Now I just have get some of that old town rock and roll. Now I just have risky business stuck in my head. And what number is that white again? It is. Oh, where are you? Where's your maker's mark, buddy? 120 volt, 75 watt. Oh, this is from Cleveland, Ohio. That's cool. That's cool. And it says that this parts also come from Scarborough, Ontario, Canada. And it says E408. I thought I would have more markers than that. I have hardware. It's all fun and games until you keep sliding and can't stop, especially at my age. Hitting the floor is the worst. I can't. Hitting the floor is the worst. Fresh waxed maple floors. Yikes. Slippery. Absolutely. Oh, it's a 408. I'm good enough mechanical assembly that my choke and stroke device will have a safety breakaway. Greg solicits headers in the hallway, but it's something totally. Gotta be careful, man. Might be an undercover cop. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's a Sublime song where he's talking about the riots, but he's saying, like, he starts naming off cities and he's like, Cleveland, Ohio. So that stuck with me. Absolutely. It's a 408. E48. I like that. I do have some really weird stickers that are going to arrive to my house, so I may or may not be able to put an E40 sticker on this. One time I fell down the steps and continued sliding across the floor. I just laid there for a few minutes. Recently, this was like within the past, it feels so long ago, but it was 2 or 3 months ago. I was making a video. I was skating with really big bell bottoms on, and I fell in the gym. I laid there. I didn't get up. I was laid there for a minute. I was like, I'm actually comfortable right now. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. That's a good way to get her. Now I'm glad to see that other people go crazy with their hardwood floors too, though. I thought I was the only one. Right. Perfect. I'm going to laugh when I'm standing in the sunshine tomorrow, and these are completely see-through. All right, I got to find out where it stopped. Sequins do have a bad habit of throwing off a sewing machine. So I'm going to tighten the tension a little bit and see if that works. I haven't done that since I was a kid. Maple flooring was a fresh wax. I don't miss that. I don't miss those days. I lived in a house where waxing the floor was almost punishment. Let it burn, wanna let it burn. Riots in the streets of Long Beach, riots on the streets of Kansas City, Cleveland, Ohio. I love that. See, Greg and I listen to the same music. I was in shock. Absolutely. Are you kidding me? Like, I almost fell in the shower. And the funny thing is, something told me don't grab the shower heads because you'll rip it out of the wall. I literally did a cartoon move like I was on a treadmill. I need to stop doing calisthenics in the shower. Oh, right. Perfect. Actually, that's a good way to keep it. That's actually perfect. Okay, so I got that one side sewn. Let's sew this other side. I'm going to pin it the exact same way so I know in which direction I'm going. I actually learned a lesson. I should have done that last time because it keeps it in order. You don't need sunlight. I'll let you know this year I'm exquisitely brown this year. It's my thanks for the glizzy lighting in here that just robs me of my beauty. Do you know I'm still not over that because I'm still talking about that. Thanks for the glizzies. Make a mess so I can show up like Eddie on the 5 heartbeats. 10 seconds. I can make you want 10 seconds. Just tell me how tall you are. 10 seconds. Are you kidding me? Because I have to stop myself. I want to make quite a few suits from Purple Rain, especially anything that Morris Day was wearing. Anything he was wearing. I was moving a stepladder and forgot I had a crowbar on top of it. It fell directly on my head. I've done stuff like that. 5 minutes, Dose. I will have you hooked up in 5 minutes. That's a shoop, shoop, shoop. So I can sew that real quick. Oh, that's hilarious. It's better than everybody wants to look like Eddie Munster around here. I don't know why the styles have changed. I need to stop talking. Don't smoke, kids. My feelings more than my head. Oh, you know what? That's kind of like when I kicked my I have a coffee table. I kicked it and I thought I broke my foot. But the thing is, it broke my feelings, really what it was. Oh yeah, Morris Day and the Time have great suits. Thank you. Even now, thank you. Thank you. He's still a well-dressed man. Absolutely, ouch. Absolutely. That explains everything about you, Greg. I'm sorry for picking on you. We still say that around here too. We still say that. Like, did you get dropped? But again, like most people I work with are like 50 and up. So they get all my jokes. One of the best things about strangers on the internet is all the stuff we infect each other with. Thanks for the glizzy. Was an interesting month. Not it. It is true. It is true. It was an interesting month. You know what it was? It was those videos. There was one video of this guy was like, thanks for the glizzies. And his parents were like, we're trying to get him help. And the parents were panicking. Oh, I was on the floor. And they were like, don't encourage this. Oh, those videos had me, man. It's because we were all trapped in the house. Thanks for the glizzies was clutch for me. That helped me out in my isolation. Oh, you are right. That was a month. Whoops. I don't have feelings, and trust me, I'm just a fan. Oh. I shouldn't be live, but somehow I've never ever I've never broken a bone besides the occasional finger. It's not fun. It's not fun. Recovering from hardcore injuries is not fun. Anyone who's had to learn how to walk again has my respect. I actually, at my job, there was someone, I could talk about her because she's not there anymore, but there was somebody who was put in they were put in a wheelchair for car surfing. All right, so let me figure out which is the top and the bottom on this one. I should start labeling these. They look about even. Okay. Perfect. All right, so let's continue sewing. We need to set up that room match. I'll let you warm up on ostrich. Triggered. When I lived in Mesa, Arizona, I went into an ostrich festival. I didn't know that human beings could ride those things. I had no idea how big ostriches were. You're not going to run up on an ostrich either. And still to this day, I'm not a tree hugger, but I think it's cruel to ride an ostrich. I was at that festival the whole time, like, this is actually kind of cruel. I touched the business end of a 480 disconnect that was about the worst to recover from. Yikes. I've been electrocuted. I tried to show off in front of a girl and I was electrocuted. I don't know who needs to hear that. I was trying to show off and look tough in front of somebody and I got shot back stiff like an idiot because I was trying to show off in front of a woman. I thought the power was out at my job. And my father used to lick balusters and stick his thumb in it and be like, oh, the power's not on. Well, the power was never on. I didn't think the power was on, and I stuck my finger in it and got electrocuted. Never show off at the job. That's my advice. But then I'm not fucking with the devil bird. Ostriches are weird. Did you get laid after that? Do you know what's funny? I ended up I did date her, and I would rather be electrocuted than hang out with her. She did reward my efforts by going out with me. See kids looking like a complete idiot. Okay, we'll help you out sometimes too. 5,000 amp main is nothing to mess with. I was, you know what? That was seriously 16 years ago. I was a different person. Like when Doc connected the line Back to the Future. Oh, if I had hair. 500 amp, I mean. Oh, yeah, 5,000. We wouldn't be having this conversation. I really want to know what that feels like, but I don't want the risk death play. Well, near-death experiences are not fun. I've had a few. Imagine your body being on fire and everything tingling inside. Imagine everything going like this. Like, it's a strange feeling. And that's after it's reverberating through your body. Because we are a conduit, so the electricity will shoot through you. Being electrocuted is actually crazy. It's a crazy experience. Would do again. Anything over 200 is just heating up the core. Thank you, Ty. It tickles. Being electrocuted is crazy. It's a crazy feeling. All right. I still have. Oh, my son brought me my frosting cookies. That boy loves his father. Or he just knows that I wasn't going to get up and get them. Okay. See, I should have left this a little bit open. Seam ripper right here. I will take care of that in 2 seconds. Perfect. Oh, that's perfect because I didn't think I'd be able to do that. Beautiful. And locked up, closed on the current. And trying to get me to test it out. Rashawn, do not electrocute you. I've been electrocuted. It is not fun. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. I would grab a 440. Yikes! If it got me, man. I shot. I licked my thumb, stuck it in there, went, and literally fell back like full thumb out. I think she was like, she went out with me because I was a clown, and she was like, "Oh, look at this clown. He's funny." Because I did an idiotic thing in front of her. By look, I would turn into Silk the Shocker instead of Shazam. Silk's out. Isn't Silk out? Over 30 gets fatal fast. Yeah. You let go real fast. Oh, man. It bit me. Just tickle yourself with a feather. Absolutely. See, Ty, I love that. I love that. See, that's much safer. It can keep you. It can keep. Yeah, it can keep you locked onto it. You know, when I lived in Hollywood, I have no idea why they thought it. Like, they were fixing this fence and they electrified it on purpose. Not knowing people in Los Angeles are insane. People threw full sodas on there. It actually became a thing where they had to put a second fence up, then they had to take the fence down because the people of Hollywood took it as a challenge. I still wonder. Oh, almost put Greg in a timeout. My left hand doesn't like you. No, I do that for everybody. Over a certain voltage, it can. Is why you touch it with. Oh, you touch it with the back of your hand. Terrible advice. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Greg's trying to get everybody electrocuted. Oh. All right. Perfect. Now I'm just pinning along the edge and I'm trying to pull out certain pins, but other ones are there for a reason. Perfect. And I also have to give myself some allowance so I can sew on this. Oh, these are going to be crazy. Might be allergic to feathers. A glitter fight is all. Man, a good way to get glitter in your lungs. I don't think I've ever been a part of something crazy like a glitter fight. I have a fog machine, and during the plague, my son and I got bored. One night, I looked at him. I was like, let's set off the fog machine in here and see what happens. We couldn't see each other. It was so thick in here. Oh, that was good times. Good times. Voltage is what penetrates the skin and what causes the muscle to lock up. Amps are what kills you. Have you ever been hooved in the back by a cow or a horse? Well, it feels like peeing on electric fence. I don't know why people in Hollywood are crazy. This was Hollywood 20 years ago. Glitter is the devil's powder. You know what's so funny? The second that Doe said that, I was like, how would you wash that out? Glitter gets in your pores. It gets everywhere. I'm allergic to feathers. You know what? I probably am too. I'm allergic to everything, and I ignore all my allergies. I'm allergic to a ton of stuff. Technically, technically, I'm allergic. I have a low level allergy to tomatoes where it makes my eyes swell. And anyone who knows me, they're shocked because I eat pizza like a Ninja Turtle. So when they find that out, they're like, you're crazy. But it's pizza. It's worth having needing an EpiPen close to you. Perfect. All right. So let's salvage this. Okay, perfect. I'm just making sure I have my sides lined up. This looks complicated, but I'm almost done. This looks really complicated, but I'm almost to the point of sewing. My my ex had lots of glitter, a stripper. Do you know what's really funny? That would be diabolical. Thank you. My ex-wife had this weird thing where if you had any kind of glitter on you, you went to a strip club. I would check myself. I'd be like, I would go to work and be like, hey man, make sure there's no glitter on me. That's evil. If you glittered somebody, that is evil. Because their significant other is not gonna believe them. They're not gonna believe them. And I'm not even the club type. I am just not that kind of guy. But you can still get accused of going to the club with glitter on you. And the funny thing is, because of my ex-wife, still to this day, anytime I see a man with glitter on them, I'm like, ooh, you went to the club. Oh, I think someone just ruined her life and she took it out on me. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We get along. She's a good person. All right. Let me take some of these pins out. Perfect. I'm getting all quiet because I'm trying to do this and not make mistakes. Because talking and sewing is an easy way to make mistakes. Oh, I'm making see-through hammer pants. This is peak internet. Road rage somebody and smile before you throw glitter inside their car. Dose. That is like that is Bond villain level. That is Bond villain. That's holding up the moon for hostage. There's no way they could ever explain that. Glitter and so much makeup. True. Plus, you got to be careful where I live. Road rage, and that might be the last thing you do. I saw a TikTok of a dude at a machine shop who was throwing random hair scrunchies into coworkers' cars. That man was the devil. You wouldn't be able to explain that away either. I'm like shaking after that comment, Greg. I would fight that guy. I would come back the next day. They would be like, William's looking for you. You better run. He knocked over a table already. Oh, that's evil. I'm out. See you tomorrow. Have a great night, Rashawn. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much. You got me with that comment. That's evil. That is evil. Have a great night, Rashawn. Thank you for stopping by. I'll be fighting a kangaroo in Rashawn's stream tomorrow. I purchased a lotion and didn't know it had gold glitter in it until I slathered it all over. Total disaster. Ty, did you look like you were in Goldeneye, or did you look like you were in what's that? CeeLo? Did you look like when CeeLo went full Power Ranger? He looked like Zordon. He looked like Zordon from Power Rangers. Let's be real. Night, Rashawn. Stay away from the electric. I'm worried about you. Don't. Being electrocuted is not fun. Gold dust. I forgot about that. Was my era. Gold dust. That was my era. I forgot about gold dust. The scrunchies was mine. Oh. Oh. There's no way that you can get out of that. I was in shock watching it, and man, thinking about there's no way you can ever get out of that. I'm wearing this scrunchie right now. See, that's different. If you're known for wearing one, then you won't get in trouble. No hair. No hair. That's when you don't even have a defense for that. Gold dust. CeeLo never needs to dress up. He's a great singer. I respect CeeLo, but I was obsessed with Goody Mob, Dungeon Family, anything that like was from the Outcast family. I'm obsessed with anything that came from back in the day. I look like an ancient That's why I'm mad about they finally locked up Palmer's. And it's funny, they have all the really expensive bougie lotions out because they know no one buys it. So I've been buying some real hardcore stuff. We'll see how my skin lasts. I don't know if I don't know if I'd be able to walk around with gold glitter on. No, this was machine shop dudes who drove trucks and had wives. Some organized noise was the shit. Say organized noise was shit. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love the stuff from CeeLo and Daryl House, all Hall & Oates. Oh, absolutely. I loved all that. The Goody Mob stuff was old MTV days, so it just brings me back. I was one of those people. I wasn't always like necessarily a homebody, but I loved watching MTV. So it was always on. All right, are we actually gonna finish something? It's funny how all these streams are turning into 4-hour streams when I'm like, I'm only gonna be here for an hour. 4 hours later. Bathwater looks like Goldschlager. That just reminds me of high school. All that Goldschlager, all that stuff. Yuck. What was the other one? Goldschlager. Oh, Jaeger. Jaeger's gross, too. Let's go get some Jaeger bombs, bro. No. Dose, you unearthed another memory of mine. All right, that's the back end. Yeah. Oh, this is going to be ultra see-through. This. Oh. Didn't even sew on the other side. I'm only sewing on one side. Good grief. Okay, let's try this again. Let's even this up. Greg Bryant is just thinking of his kangaroo argument tomorrow. Oh, it's not happy about the sequence. Okay. What happened? Sequins do mess with sewing machines. I can hear Alibaba telling me I need to get an industrial right now. Oh, look at that mess caught in there. That is a mess. This is the side of sewing that people never show you. The 900 times this thing's gonna bonk on me because I'm sewing on something extremely harsh. Sequins are hardcore. And that was stuck in the bobbin. So let's try that again. Oh, yikes. Yikes. Sounds like Miss Jackson was actually just a bongo beat version. A lot of rap. Love Hall & Oates for sampling. I have a Hall & Oates song stuck in my head right now. Rumple Mills. Oh, I drank all that stuff as a kid. Mad Dog 2020 and Boone's. Okay, Strawberry Hill tastes like a headache. Fight me. Tell me if you drink Boone's Farm Strawberry Hill, I'm aging myself right now. It tastes like a headache. I could never ever drink Goldschlager straight. I grew up near the Jaeger plant in Germany. Wow. I'm Googling local zoos so I can steal a kangaroo for the street. Oh, we're gonna all know where you live when you go to jail. We're gonna all know where you live when they. I do Jaeger bombs. It reminds me of where I'm from because I like people really do talk like that. They're like, let's go do some Jaeger bombs. I gotta fix this machine real quick. I could one ounce any Jaeger or Alpine at 7 years old at any time. No, over 40 Jaeger bombs. Do you? I do many times. I do Jaeger bombs and Jameson one night. I tried to fight a king. Dude, Jameson had me like, no, that was the day somebody gave my dad a bottle of E&J and he was insulted. I was divorcing my ex-wife. I drank almost the whole bottle. I sat on the side of my house by the trash cans singing bluegrass. My neighbor told me the next day, he was like, you were so sad. I didn't say anything. I was singing and crying. E&J is evil. Thank you, Ty. Thank you. Boone's Farm, Strawberry Hill. I learned so many lessons off of that. Actually, you know what? Boone's Farm taught me life lessons. Lifelong lessons of what to and not to drink. I'm not going to jail. I'm going out in the place of glory. That's even worse. Poor kangaroo. Jaeger was just for taking the cold off while hunting. See, that's different. You know what? I could totally see why people drink stuff like that in cold weather cities. I live in the desert. I live in the real life desert. Oh, this is not going willingly, of course. Is it Monday? Because that's some Monday stuff. Oh. Perfect. Okay, now that you willingly went back in, Bobbin Holder, let's try that again. But for real, those sequins do destroy sewing machines. All I drink now is Bombay Sapphire and Tonic. Poor kangaroo shouldn't have squared up. How you gonna steal something in order to fight it? That is some Homer Simpson stuff right there. Gin, I see why you said. That's why I went. Ooh, I went through a gin phase like 20 years ago. 20 something years ago. Gin. I don't know if I could tell that story. I drank so much gin one night. I woke up with somebody I didn't know, and I quit drinking gin. Oh, were glorious times. Those were glorious times. Jaeger was medicinal most of my life. Absolutely. I'm actually a very peaceful, though naked drunk. Oh yeah, this was 20 years ago though. You know what's really funny? If you ever hear me refer to myself and say I was a kid, that's 25 and down. So anything from 25 and down, I consider it like you were a child, you were a kid. Mr. Leahy Peaceful. Oof, oof. Yeah, but gin is evil. Like, honestly, because of that incident in my 20s, I never drank gin again, too. And tequila. I got alcohol poisoning at 13, I think it was, and I didn't drink tequila until my 30th birthday. The difference between 40% alcohol and 60 is real. I've told the story. One of the reasons I quit drinking is because I used to drink White Lightning. That stuff is bad for you. When you get an intervention from drunks, you know you have a problem. I got an intervention. They were like, you're, 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 I can't say it without laughing. Your moonshine consumption is hurting our feelings. All right, here we go. I'm glad I almost sewed the pants shut. I'm glad I didn't do that. Let me cut this piece off. Beautiful. Sounds like a good time. You survived to share the story. Absolutely. They're like, I look at certain scars like that. Like, even I have a smiley face from my car accident. I survived to tell the story. And people always ask me on my hand, they're like, how do you have a smiley face? It's because I was wearing a watch and I got in a car accident. I do get everyone around me. Jim might be drunk. My metabolism is too high to get that drunk. At least you're not drinking, bumpy face. Yeah. And my friends knew the producer of Trailer Park Boys. I miss him. Oh. Okay, I need to line these up again. Here we go. Gosh, these are the most confusing pants today. I don't know why they are so confused. Okay, so let's try that again. Let's start over. Half the pens fell out. That's all right. Oh, damn. Ah. All right, let's try that again. If you start, man, you will get replaced. If you can't hang, you will get replaced. All right, let me get a test piece to make sure it's not the machine. We fired our guns and the British kept coming. Okay, it is definitely the machine. I'm at that weird impasse. Well, you sit on the bench. Better be ready to play. I think I have a plug for that already. Let's see if I do or not. This machine definitely needs some love. I have been using that machine like it's lots of fun. Bubbles like my Jimi Hendrix. Sounds very bad all of a sudden. Exactly. You know what, though? I'll troubleshoot later because here in the House of Sewing, if there's one thing I'm not, is a sewing machine hoarder. Did the thread loop in behind the bobbin and the shuttle case? It's doing it over and over and over. But sequins destroy machines, though. So I'm going to chalk it up as the sequins are kind of really bashing this. Oh, I can't believe it works. Let's go, Singer Heavy Duty. You're the most hated sewing machine. You are the most hated sewing machine on earth. I'm going to give my sewing machine the Rudy speech, okay? You're 5-0, 100-0. Let's finish these pants and show everybody. Okay. If not, I'm going to hand sew these. Oh, man, the hammer is hurting them tonight. Okay, let's try that again. Let me get the thread. Let me wind this up and get it ready to go. You should look up Blood on the Risers. It's the best army song. I'm down. I'm always down for new music. I am always down for new music. I play the best Little Wing. Oh, that's awesome. Bubbles like your Jimi Hendrix. I would think he would like Michael Bubbles like your I would think he likes Michael Jackson. Perfect. I'm gonna laugh if this Singer Heavy Duty comes through. This is quite literally one of the most hated sewing machines that has ever graced the planet Earth. And it's more or less because it's a false advertising. This is not a heavy duty sewing machine. Singer sold it as such. And stove free. You would be Do you know Bubbles is still alive? Don't get monkeys. They live long lives. Or I think like I saw something where Bubbles was still alive and I was like, don't get monkeys. Don't buy monkeys. That is my PSA of the day. Leave animals alone. Perfect. Did he go through? No, it's perfect. Okay. If this doesn't do it, then I will just hang out for a little bit, but this should do it. All right, come on, Singer Heavy Duty. No joke. I'm not joking either. I do play well. Bubbles is still here. Exactly. Bubbles is. That's what I'm saying. So is Julian and the other guy. You know what's really funny? Because I do not sleep. I watched Julian Assange be released last night because I do not sleep. It's been a while since I've watched something and I was like, well, this is going to be on every news later, so I might as well watch it now. That is not the angle that I'm going for, is it? I have no idea why these pants got so confusing. Okay. The producer and Mr. Layer had passed away, sadly. That is sad. All right, so let's try this again. And hopefully I do not sew this on the wrong side. All right, Singer Heavy Duty, this is your one and only chance to show me what you... Light work. You know, it's a miracle when you have a sewing machine that works. Now let's see if I made a complete mess or if I sewed these in the right. Okay, good. Those are sewn in the right direction. I was kind of scared for a minute. Perfect. Perfect. And it actually sounds great. I oiled this a while ago and I actually put proper sewing machine oil on this. So we'll see how this holds up. I watched a dude release. Didn't care for it. I sure want him get released, the first news person to be convicted of espionage. You know why? Is I can't sleep. Can't wait to see the finished product. I'm almost there. Let me stop wolfing. Since we finally found a serious machine. This might be it's my turn. Well, it's late night everywhere, so Singer for the absolutely. Do you know the heavy duty Singer is an absolute hated machine, but you can hear its power as I'm sitting here sewing. It hammered through those sequins where the other machine was stuttering on it. So I'm gonna call that a victory. All right. Now I'm gonna pull my pins and see the other places I have to sew, but I'm pretty much done. And I'm telling you, this Singer heavy duty actually made lightweight of it. It made light work of it. I'm slow to endorse this sewing machine because I haven't used it as an everyday machine yet. But I purchased this for $34. These still sell for $200 or $300. And that's where I'm like, I'm not gonna pay $300 for a machine that's gonna notice the Singer is fast. The white was slower, and the other was super slow, the new home. And also, I've been working that white though. I use machines as industrial machines, you know. So I've been riding that white sewing machine. I I am the sewing machine slayer. It's sad. Oh wow. These are still inside out. They're not even shiny yet. But I am the sewing machine slayer. I, I'm gonna say it. Hey, if you're looking for someone to test sewing machines and sponsor, I'm your guy. Because I destroy sewing machines. I'll tell you if your machine's junk or not. And I'll be honest about it. All right. Oh, there she comes. All right. Got the crotch secured. I think these are Hammer, I am Hammer. I do that kangaroo with that machine just to see the secret. You have kangaroo on the brain, Gray. The Singer is only as good as the frame twists out. That is the problem. I think I do that on a lot of machines because I'm moving with the machine and I feel like I destroy. I'm hardcore when it comes to sewing machines. And again, like most relationships, I know it's me. All right, so let me clean up and let's put some hammer pants. Let me find my and1 shorts because it's not that kind of party. I've already shown my boxers live on YouTube. I'm going to fix this white later, though. I will figure out what's wrong with it. Oh. Oh, these are going to be spectacular. Let me clean up a little bit. Let me switch my angle to the notorious CCTV. Oh, whoops, wrong one. There we go. I got to crash, but I'm sure we'll see you. See the hammer pants again? You will. Have a great night, Greg. I'm going to end this after I put my pants on, but thank you for stopping by. You are appreciated here in the House of Sewing. All right, let me grab some shorts real quick. That almost never happens. They were right there where I needed them. That never happens. Oh, man, it is. I'm a mess in here. Okay. All right, let me clean up all those scraps and everything in here. I forgot how much sequins rain on things. It, my vacuum hates me. I am definitely a vacuum destroyer too. Greg, tomorrow we're gonna be arguing about kangaroos. Oh man. So we're gonna find out how see-through these are. I'm actually shocked the Singer Heavy Duty came through clutch. That almost never happens. It's gonna be the kangaroo stream tomorrow. Man, I wish I had a Kangaroo Jack t-shirt. That is one terrible movie that I did not buy the shirt for. Oh, right. Okay, I was shocked I found my An 1 shorts so fast. So fast. They're another ring. They're another ring on the Barbie, mate. Me and Greg are two old men on the Muppets. Oh, I love the guys in the Peanut Gallery. Those guys were awesome. I tell my mom that. I'm like, did that opinion come from the Peanut Gallery? Because she has opinions on everything. Oh. Okay, we're gonna call that the front or the back. We're gonna call that the front. Oh. Surprisingly, these actually came on really easy because oh, hold on, let me tuck this into my shirt. Oh, these are gonna be hilarious. You Waldorf. I can never remember the other guy. I feel like I should put the music on, but I'm scared of getting a copyright strike. Oh, come. Do you know what's funny? The entire time we're sitting there, those pants look like a mess. Look at them now. Look at, oh. 3 hours and 18 minutes of waffling and me woofing and talking. But once again, a victory here in the House of Song. While everybody around the world, they're fighting about every label you could possibly think of. People get online, pick fights about everything. People who don't even know each other hate each other. I choose to sit at home and make hammer pants. Oh, where's my phone? Where is my compass? Where is my compass? Oh, this came out better than I thought. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love these. Let me put on my hold on. That's the test. There's no rip. Oh, I can really do the hammer. Well, it's been a couple weeks since I put hammer on my videos. Oh, good times. Sorry, I had to look at I'm looking at my security camera. Could you imagine being gaffled by a dude in hammer pants? I feel so sorry if somebody did something in front of my house right now, and I would be on the news giving my interview with my hammer pants on. Oh, this is what it's about. You know, I do a lot of sewing, but this is what it's about. When you rub a perfume bottle and the gay genie pop outside, like, well, you gotta be gay, huh? Why can't you just be a genie? Oh, let me do the dance. You know, sequins are crazy to begin with because they're shiny. Sequins are crazy to begin with. So I love sewing with sequins. So everyone remember what Hammer sampled his big hit off of? What was it, Ollie? What was it? Oh, I'm gonna start. Can I kick that high? I'm just gonna start having conversations like this from now on. I think I'm just gonna. Oh, I'm up here doing magic. I'm up here doing magic with sequins. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, I could definitely roller skate in these. I could definitely roller skate in these. Let me switch my camera. I am all whoops as the mic smacks me. I'm all about finished projects here in the House of Sewing. Oh my gosh. Tomorrow, Rashawn is having a stream around 2 o'clock. Greg Bryant and I will be there to argue about kangaroos and religion. I might start the Holy Church of Hammer Pants. He sampled Rick James. I still love both songs. Both songs, still to this day, both songs slap. Still to this very day. So 3 hours and 21 minutes later, I have. Oh, these are amazing. Are you kidding me? These are grocery store ready. Oh. Look at that. I still love that song. I still love that song. So, needless to say, my Friday shows will have a ridiculous MC Hammer spot again. I'm just warning everybody. I didn't think these were going to come out well at all, and they came out perfect. I already am. You know what? Imagine. I think it's weird for people because there's some people who are like, hey man, that sewing guy, he's a tough guy. You see that guy? He's a tough guy. Then they see me and I'm like, what's up? With my hammer pants on. So I feel sorry for those people. The main guy of Parliament is going to play in Ottawa, Ontario. I hope to meet him there. That's awesome. When I see, now I got to Google if George Clinton is still alive or not. Because whenever I would see pictures of him, he looks like my aunt. George. Oh, yeah, he's 82. Okay, good. Okay, good. I don't think I could take it if George Clinton wasn't around. I might have started crying. Grocery shopping and sparkling hammer pants. Do you know, I'm going to say this with love. I'm shocked that I have never ended up on people at Walmart. I'm honestly offended that I haven't ended up on people at Walmart. With all the crazy stuff that I wear, with my crazy style, I am shocked I haven't ended up on that. But, you know, life goals. I was shocked to find out that George Clinton is still around at 82 years old. I'd go see that show. I would go see that show. There was a bunch of other stuff I was going to talk about, but I'm not trying to go for 5 hours. But I will leave you with a funny story. My son asked me to buy him a cup. I said, cool. Went to Walmart. I went and got one. And I was looking around. He's still touring at 82. Standing in the aisle. I'm not kidding you. I couldn't find a jockstrap. So I said, you know what? It's me. It's me. I went to Walmart again today. I stood in the same aisle and I stood around. And you know what? I apologize to that young brother that was behind me because I know I scared him. I stood there and I was like, am I crazy? There's supposed to be a jockstrap here. I said that out loud, and all of a sudden I was by myself. But how are you going to sell peanut butter without jelly, Walmart? How? How are you going to sell one without the other? It's driving me insane. And why on earth do we have to Amazon everything? How are you going to sell one thing without the other? I don't get it. And I stood there and I'm like, is this a brain teaser? Am I like not seeing something? Is there something off in this situation? How are you going to sell a cup without the holster, Walmart? I don't get it. I'm still mad. So needless to say, I'm gonna have to Amazon that. I'm over it. I am over Walmart and their shenanigans. I just want something simple. How can you not have one without the other? I want to know, because you can't have one without the other. They're not gonna magically hold up. It doesn't have suction. Needless to say, I was stumped at Walmart's choice of inventory. They had an odd choice of inventory, but I'm serious. That's like having butter. That's like having bread without butter. You know, peanut butter without jelly, peas without carrots. Let me hammer dance my way out of here. I'm still mad about that. But here in the House of Sewing, I am all about results. And this evening, you know what's really funny? I have been procrastinating on this for so long. Just remember, if you shine like glitter, that's natural. I can't even finish that sentence because it's not YouTube friendly. I shop at Walmart once a year due to this sort of thing. It's ridiculous. And like, I felt like it was me at first because I'm sitting there and I'm like, it's me. It's me. It's me. Maybe I'm not looking because I'm turbo. I'm not necessarily the most observant human at all times. Thank you. And so I was thinking, maybe it's me. Maybe no, they didn't have it. That's like having a car without wheels. All right. Okay, I'm about to go. I'm about to go promote the fight for Gray. Only in America, Dose. Only in America. You're killing me with your pig. You're killing me with your pig. Oh man, I'm about to go raid my refrigerator. Especially on those days that you go grocery shopping, those are the best. All right. Oh man. Well, I'll be back. I'll be back at it. What is today? Today's Wednesday. I'll be back at it on Saturday for sure. Same old bat time, same bat channel. I hope everyone has a great week. I'll be hopping in, or I'll be popping by Critically Drinking tomorrow. Everybody should go check out Critically Drinking tomorrow at 2:00 West Coast time. I know on the East Coast, you guys do everything later. I'm kidding. But seriously, I would like to thank everybody who watched this stream. Seriously, though, thank you, Ty, Greg, Dose, Alibaba, as always. I appreciate you, because if it wasn't for you, I would be sitting here woofing and waffling out to the nothingness. So I absolutely thank you. I'll be back at it on Saturday. I hope everybody has a great week. And like I always say, reinforce your seams, be yourself, and I will definitely definitely see you next time. Have a great night, everybody.